When last the crown collectors were gathered around the table, they had been scattered to the winds, waking up from a night of frivolity and revelry. And in various places around the shining city of Dainne, they awoken in various states of disrepair and filth, as, you know, waking up with a hangover of that sort is not something they're all totally used to. They find that once reconvening at the Frosty Ale, that, lo and behold, one of their party is missing. Atgeir, the dwarven rogue, is nowhere to be seen. And in an effort to not make a complete waste of the day and still get some stuff done while looking for their friend, the party managed to do some shopping and, do a little bit of eavesdropping on conversations and finding out that this Ellington Classic was some kind of tournament being held either inside the city or outside the city. It wasn't totally clear. And it sounded pretty appealing to a certain number of the party. Once they realized that the day was going on, they remembered that they had a dinner arrangement with a Sir Thorsten Hargrove and decided to take him up on it. While there, the party enjoyed the hospitality that could only be bespoke from a proper knight of the realm and his family, meeting the knight's boisterous brother Luther, a towering, powerful, paladin-like individual who offered them a job to slay the Landshark of the Shambling Fields so that he may present its trophy to his betrothed at the tournament. Not wanting to shy away from his duties, he offered you 1,400 gold for the beast's head. Seemed rather reasonable, and you took him up on it. But before the night could conclude, you met with a rather ominous individual. The High Inquisitor, Ephraim Tolstag, interrupted dinner to catch up with you all on your escapades back in Brackenshire so long ago, as it seems, and offered you a chance to redeem yourselves, as it seems that the competition for the bounty, the booty that you were trying to steal from the residents back in Brackenshire was beset upon by a rival thieves guild, the Sapphire. And upon learning this, the High Inquisitor, utilizing a little bit of scrying technology on the residents' part, figured out who was there and who was responsible, really, for the bloodshed. Deciding not to pin it all on you, he offered you a chance at clearing your names. So collecting their heads, as your group is wont to do, is the price you pay for your transgressions into a noble's house. The Sapphire's splinter group, called the Breakers, led by a large Goliath character that you've met before named Tor, were a particularly brutal offshoot of the Sapphire, and you found yourselves only too eager to leap at this chance of redemption and get a little bit of payback in the process, as you have run into these people before. With that, the Inquisitor left, and you all were able to breathe again. You bid the family adieu and took residence inside their house for the night, and upon waking, were given news that your dwarven friend had been found. Drunk, hungover, passed out, punched a few guards on his way, got himself arrested, and you followed his antics and shenanigans all the way to where he was being kept, the tall Tower of Dainne, the prison chambers within the city. And as you climbed the steps of that city, or of that tower, let me go ahead and do this real quick. Discord. Technology is funny. There we go. You found yourselves at the top of the tower in front of a caged, barred doorway. As the guards kind of leave you to your business of retrieving your friend, you peer through the bars and you see the slumped, unconscious form of a familiar dwarf facing away from you, heavily snoring. And that is where we're going to pick up. So, Crown Collectors, what would you like to do?
All right, I come towards the cell. I kind of kick him right there in the rump.
Yeah, they've opened the door. It swings open with a creak.
Yeah.
He's just...
Right. What tavern are we in now?
The Tavern of the Town Guard, you drunken sot.
That is less than desirable. Did I at least pay my tab?
No, we paid it for you. In the form of bail money.
Well then, no reason to hang about.
Koza leans over and puts his hand on your shoulder. Koza taps Atgeir on the shoulder and says, you look like the hair of the dog that bit you. And he casts Lesser Restoration on you, and you feel that sense of that pounding headache that you're pretty used to as a dwarf on a hangover. Kind of just sift away, and your senses return to you.
Oh, that's better. Why are my knuckles all bruised?
We'll tell y'all about it on the way out. Let's get your gear and let's get going.
Good idea. And
Sonny, the guard kind of stops you and says, "You'll want to see the watch at the bottom of the stairs. He owes a bit of coin to get him out. 60 gold, I'm told. You'll see the man before you leave."
Right. And I guess we're gonna head on down.
Yeah, head on down.
To the other side. Yeah, it's a winding staircase. While your hangover is gone, your head's still a little woozy, and you're finding it rather kind of a mild case of vertigo as you look down and there's the winding staircase that just kind of keeps going and going and going. It's a good sized building. It's probably 8 or 9 stories tall, and it's quite daunting to walk down. There's no handrails. I mean, it's, you know how this is. It's a fantasy prison tower. It's not meant to be comfortable. And but you make your way down finally, past rolling bars of cells. People kind of reaching their hands out. You kind of get yourself away from them. When you finally get down to the bottom of the stairs, where a black, his feet crossed up on a desk, a little bit of ways from the entrance, he kind of puts his he kind of points. He doesn't look at you. He looks like he's reading some kind of a scroll or a piece of parchment. And he just kind of points at the at a tray or an open box on his desk. He says, "You want the dwarf? It's gonna cost you 60 gold."
So you didn't pay my tab yet?
Not yet. Figured you'd want in on some of it.
Right, all of it. And I'm gonna look through my pack, and I'm gonna find the gold, and I'm gonna put it down there.
You don't have any of your things. Your stuff has been stripped from you and taken from you. It looks like it's in a it could be in a chest behind the gentleman behind the desk.
Excuse me, sir. Where might the dwarf find his possessions?
His possessions can be released once his bounty's been paid.
All right. So I'll take the. Well, I guess between the remaining of the party, we can all chip in some degree, like 10, 15 gold each to pay his bail.
Let's see. Just looking through Axton's stuff. Axton, if I remember, doesn't have a lot of money.
That's right. He doesn't keep very much money at all.
He is a silly goose.
You guys might want to tell him to get on that. Well, he's got 48 gold, so I'm gonna say he's gonna offer up 15 gold. Sorry, if
you'll also offer up 15.
Let's see, Koza. The pitfalls of not being here, folks, is I'm going to give away your stuff.
Perfect.
I can throw the other 30 in.
Oh, heck. Yeah, Koza's going to give another 15.
All right, so then 15 from me.
Yeah, he's got tons of gold. I'll tell him I said that. All right. I hope you learned your lesson, dwarf. And mind you, this guy, he's a little taller than you at Gary's, but not by much. He looks like he's got maybe a little dwarven blood in him, perhaps, but don't go punching guards or you'll find yourself here or at the gallows. Do you understand?
Hey, that explains the knuckles. I'm so sorry.
I am sure you are. And you see him take this big brass key and slide it into a slot on the front of this very ornate-looking wood chest, dark kind of stain with kind of brass trim and fittings and buckles and straps. Slides it open, and he pulls out what looks like a pack wrapped in kind of a dark, deep green cape, half cape, that you recognize as what you usually wear. And he kind of slinks it over to you. A couple of little odds and ends of doodads sort of spill out onto the desk and onto the floor, and you find that it's all there. You just have to collect it all off from its loose-fitting bundle that it's been given to you in.
Awesome. Yeah, he's gonna gradually put all of his knives and other accoutrements onto his person. And then once that's done, he's gonna go into his coin pack, count every coin that he has, and go, right, okay then. And he's just gonna divvy out all that 60 gold back to the team.
Hey. Nice.
Right, I'm an alcoholic, not a thief. I mean, I'm that too, but you know what I'm trying to say.
We know what you're trying to say.
So, what's happened while I've been away?
So we take the time to fill him in on the events as was previously narrated.
You see, when you mentioned that cool shop, Akiri sort of like raises an eyebrow. He goes, "Hey, we may need to stop off there before we go. Wait, are we going to try and clear our names, or are we gonna go kill this sand puppy thing?"
Our first contract was to, God, I forget his name, was to Sir Luther to kill the Landshark. Once we're done with that, then we will seek to clear our names.
Right. So, has anyone fought a sand shark before? A land shark?
Do I have any knowledge of the beast? What it is?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a nature check, Sazros.
Thank you.
And I'm going to have
That's a big
Koza do the same.
No.
I mean, the way it was described to you, it seems like it's just a large, let me see here, nature. Oop, I gotta mute my TV. There we go. Yeah, you guys have never heard of the Landshark of the Shambling Fields? I do believe at some point you guys kind of thought about it for a little while and figured out that it was most likely a boulet, which is sort of a large creature that's known to burrow in the ground. Very smooth face-like features, kind of like a bullet or a shark, but you're not really sure about the Landshark of the Shambling Fields. It sounds like some kind of, made-up story. It may require some additional investigation, especially since you don't exactly know where it is.
Well, that sounds like it will be fun.
All right, well, since it's early morning, let's go get that last bit of shopping done. Let's let Akir have the opportunity to check out Fodor. Yeah.
Fodor.
Checked over to Fodor, and I'm going to head back over to pick up my new clothes over at Fisker's.
Yes. Okay, where do you want to go first? They're not next to each other. They're about a 3 or 4 minute jaunt away from each other.
I can go by myself over to Fisker's, get my clothes, and then meet them at Fodor's if they wish.
Okay. You arrive at the. Now it's not one shop. It's actually two shops that kind of face each other on either side of the alleyway, kind of connected by draping tapestries of fabric on either side. And at this moment, the purveyor is in what looks like a kind of a purple and gold trimmed, almost like a gentleman's robe, not quite a bathrobe, but not quite a wizard's robe either, but just kind of like a regal looking raiment.
Looking jacket.
Yeah, kind of like a smoking jacket, but he does have on his belt with his scissors and his tape, and he's currently measuring what looks like a halfling who is eyeing a particularly interesting looking garment made of what looks like gold thread and kind of a sea green filigreed leaf pattern all around it. Mr. Stazaros, isn't that correct?
That is correct. I'm here to pick up my outfit as agreed upon yesterday.
Ah, yes, it is ready. One moment. And he kind of see him kind of clap to the side of his head. And, his little elven assistant just kind of saunters over to him. He whispers in her ear. She disappears into the shop, and a couple moments later brings out this hanging set of garments with these beautiful silver and green leaf-patterned, green-trimmed shoulder pads, a straight tunic-like robe with silver stripes running down the front of it that all finishes into a pair of tight-sleeved with these very interesting billowing cuffs that sort of puff out a little bit. And it's just sitting on a hanger, and the whole thing's kind of wrapped in like a paper material to kind of keep it safe. And she hands it to you, and she says, "That'll be, let's see here, if I remember correctly, that'll be 75 gold."
All right. May I try it on first?
Of course, it's been tailored to fit, but please be my guest. The fitting rooms are inside.
Okay, so I'll make my way to a fitting room and put the outfit on, try it on for size.
Okay. Yeah, you're as you walk in, you're treated to all manner of outfits that the outside of the shop just didn't do the inside justice. I mean, there are every color and pattern that you could think of, just a rainbow plethora of fabrics and garments that please the eye and tease the senses as you just imagine dropping every single gold you have in the store to fill out your wardrobe. But you find a curtained off area in the back where there seems to be enough space for you to undress privately and try on your new threads. And taking them off the hanger and getting into them, you find that they fit quite perfectly. You expected them to not perhaps have dealt with a dragonborn, at least not as much as other races, but these people know what they're doing, and you paid top dollar for these to be tailored properly, and yeah, they fit well. You look in a mirror, that there's a trifold mirror in front of you, and from every angle you look amazing.
Wonderful.
And just because I can, I will show everybody what Sazaros looks like as soon as I can get to it.
Oh, can't wait.
So, while that's happening, the rest of the party kind of waits outside of this, brings Atgeir to this kind of a nondescript tent. It's got a circular moon and a star sort of stitched into the top of it. It's got kind of a flap, and, Koza kind of warns you, listen, a lot of magic shops kind of are bigger on the inside than the outside. This isn't the case, so don't go rushing in or you'll knock stuff over like we did.
A light-footed. Understood. And Atgeir will very carefully open up the tent and peek his head inside before stepping in.
Yeah, you see a very typical kind of magic ingredient shop. You don't see a whole lot of like weapons or armor or staves or anything like that in this place, but what you do see are shelves and shelves of bottles and little clay pots with different colored powders. Some of them have like a glowing sparkle essence to them, and all the way in the back you see a black cloak shrouded person who is right now kind of, you would assume, is flipping through a book, although there are no fingers coming out of the sleeve, and there's a yellow glow emitting from where their wrist would be, and it seems to be kind of moving the pages telepathically.
Well, that's not something you see every day. Hello, and Akira's just gonna walk in, and he's gonna sort of cast an eye around the joint and see if anything stands out, and then he's gonna go up to the main person and sort of explain the situation. Right, so I happen to have a great deal of money, and well, I was recently possessed by a bloodthirsty sword that manifested as a demon, and I'm looking for something to replace that empty part in my soul.
You see the top of the cloak, where you assume is their head, although it looks like, for lack of a better word, it looks like a sock puppet being shrouded by a black cloak. I mean, that's the size and shape of this person. Very strange physicality. And you don't actually see this person's face as the hood sort of swivels and turns towards you, but what you do see is the whole of this person under the cloak sort of rises a few inches off of what looks like a stool they may have been sitting on, and the whole thing, they don't turn, their body doesn't turn like a typical person's body. They just sort of swivel and rotate perfectly, and they just sort of glide and float in your direction. Well, what sort of thing are you looking to replace it? Are you looking for a new weapon, or, I mean, I've got a couple of cursed items in here for sale if you're looking to fill the void that this thing left behind.
Akira's gonna glance back at the rest of the party and be like,
They're all like, no.
You see Koza just kind of like give you a thumbs up.
right, preferably in the non-cursed variety. Although, if it's a curse that could be broken, maybe I take a dagger out on a town, we have a few pints, become friends, and then he doesn't want to possess my soul and body. Like, maybe that kind of curse. But I think just a typical, safe weapon will do. Or like a shield, or a fancy pair of boots.
Yeah, you see him kind of like cock his head to the side and say, "Possessed? My, I don't have anything in here that'll possess you. That would be career suicide if I were to sell that to somebody."
You have no idea how reassuring that is to me.
Yeah, me too. I like to stay in business.
What kind of... So, what kind of cursed weapons do you have then, if they don't possess you?
Well, I've got and he brings over kind of a, how do I, those kind of stands that like test tubes are set down into, where they can kind of, have them set down there and they all kind of dangle downwards. He brings over a rack of sorts like that. And they've got a number of daggers, probably 5 or 6 different daggers. And he just kind of looks him over and says, yes. Well, if you're looking for cursed daggers, I can show you this one. And you see him raise that same hand with a glowing aura on the inside of the sleeve, and it starts to glow yellow. And it raises this very, very small, almost like a letter opener sized dagger with a kind of a dark wood handle, very, very small guard, and just a short black blade that actually swirls with magical. It doesn't swirl with smoke, and as soon as you see this, you kind of recoil immediately, being that's pretty much what the other one looked like. But yeah, it kind of swirls with this iridescent sheen along the blade. He says, "This one's it's got a really neat ability. I guess I'll just have to show you. Watch this." And he puts it in your hand, He goes, now don't be alarmed, it's not going to possess you. But why don't you go ahead and throw it at that wood post over there? And he kind of points behind your shoulder, and you see a wood post about 10 feet away.
Right? No problem. And Adkir will just immediately fling that dagger.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
What could go wrong? Oh, not sure why I have this on advantage, but either way. Dirty 20.
Yeah. So the dagger sticks hard in the wood post, and then it vanishes and reappears in your hand. Yeah, there's a dagger of returning.
You got a rabbit player.
Only problem is it's got a kind of a pesky trait to it that I can't really shake or I see. I didn't make this myself, and trust me, my skills are much more elaborate than being able to than having trace elements of some consciousness attached to it. But during high times of stress or when you're really really hurt, it's got a tendency to it's got a tendency to
kill me, doesn't it?
No, it makes fun of you and calls you names and makes you feel real bad for getting hurt. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to buy it. I haven't been able to sell it to anybody, but yeah, this thing's got a bit of an attitude.
Well, I suppose it would be one way to keep my pride in check. Tell you what, since you're having such a difficult time getting rid of it, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Oh, really?
Well, it is the neighborly thing to do, and I've recently spent a great deal of time in prison thinking about my horrible ways, so perhaps this could be a positive learning experience for the both of us.
I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but I like the cut of your jib. Tell you what, typically a weapon of this sort would kind of run pretty high, as it's a kind of a weapon you can't lose. As long as you don't drop it into a pool of magical negative energy. That would be pretty bad. In fact, I would recommend staying away from such pools in the future. But something like this usually runs about 500 gold pieces, but for you, yeah, I'd say 250 and you got yourself a deal.
All right then, that sounds like a plan. Before I do it, do you happen to have anything else that might be of use? Make me faster, smarter, drink more.
Well, I mean, I've got I'm over here, and he kind of floats and turns to another shelf on the other side of the tent, and he brings over what looks like a small case of rings and bracelets and bangles and necklaces and things like that. He says, well, these I've made myself, and if you're looking to be smarter, I would recommend this. And you see him grab or like he's been grabbing before, his sleeve glows yellow, and this very small pink diamond just kind of rises into the air. He goes, check this out. This is an Ioun stone. And he just kind of like takes it and hovers over your head, and just for a brief moment you feel a little trepidatious, like, what is this guy about to do to me? And you see his sleeve glowing dim, and this stone starts to like just slowly rotate in place and then start to orbit your head. Very, very, very slowly orbiting your head. Instantly, you feel like you can recall things from your past that you may have forgotten. You start calculating things in your mind that you've never thought of calculating before. You definitely feel a surge of intellectual power rush through your body, and it's almost too much for you to take, and you just kind of grab the stone out of the air and put it down on the table. It was too much all at once.
Oh, right. That was a trip. I'll take the dagger. I'm just gonna walk away from the stone.
Okay. He goes, all right, you sure? I mean, I got a lot of other cool things in this box here, but, they're a little more pricey than that dagger, I'll have to say. A couple of your friends were kind of looking at them last time they were here, and, if you come across coin, you want to peruse my wares again, you're welcome to.
Well, thank you kindly. I will keep that in mind. And then I'm going to look at the gold, and what's the conversion rate for platinum again?
10.
10 to 1.
10 to 1?
10 gold,
Yep,
1
10 to 1.
All right. Noted. And I'm going to get out 25 of my platinum pieces and be broke.
All right. He takes your coin with eagerness. Ooh. So few people deal in platinum these days. It's nice to see that metal getting passed around.
Right.
Will there be anything else for you?
No, I think this dagger and I, we're going to be just fine. Thank you very much, you strange, tall creature. And Agir is going to about face in GTFO.
All right, you may add dagger of returning, and in parentheses you can put bully.
Bully. Noted. Okie doke. And for all intents and purposes, that is just a regular dagger, but it comes back to me, right?
Correct.
Sweet.
It is it is a +1 to attack and +1 to damage.
Oh, all right. I will make note.
It is a magic dagger.
I noted. I'm going to look back at the rest of the team. Right, so, anything else, or are we good to go?
You see Koza kind of looking around going, I'm good.
Paranor needs to get arrows. I don't know.
Arrows?
He would say that, yeah. He would arrows.
Easy enough to do. There are a number of weapon shops in this area, including a Fletcher. You see what looks like a large, oversized wood bow with kind of a hemp rope for its string hangs over a shop with just barrels and barrels of arrows sticking out of it. There appears to be what looks like a half-elven woman who is just inside there's like a leather flap for a doorway, and she's got kind of brown hair, very, very tall ears for a half-elf, but her eyes betray her human parentage, and a kind of a deep scar across her cheek that looks like it runs from just outside her cheek, her high cheekbone, to the bottom of her chin. And she's wearing kind of a green tunic with a cinched waist, and she's currently pulling a string real tight on a bow that she's working on.
Okay, he goes in and is like, "Hello, I'm running low on arrows for my longbow. How many can I buy?"
Oh, well, how much do you need? I mean, I can sell you bunches of 20 for 1 gold apiece.
I'll take 1 bunch. Then.
All right. Or did you have a particular arrowhead in mind? Were you looking for one that was good for penetration or stunning? I've got ones here that are good for hunting. They stick hard and they allow a lot of bleeding.
Let me think. Meaning I have to text him to see if he wants anything special.
No worries. While he's kind of mulling over the idea of what kind of arrows he wants, you hear something on the wind that kind of catches your attention, and it's accompanied by sort of a smell, and it sounds, because right now you guys are sort of towards the outskirts of town in the marketplace where you're at. You hear kind of the jingling of bells and tambourines, and you can smell what can only be attributed as sweetbreads being baked and being passed around and purchased and eaten, and you hear cheering. And you hear the rising of a crowd somewhere in the distance.
It's going to kind of like pop his head up and be like, I think we should travel in this direction. After we're
you
done.
you kind of pop your head out. You move away from the group about 20, 30 feet. You're not leaving them, but you're kind of keeping a beat on what's going on. And you do see these interesting kind of magical-looking flag strings being strung up between the streets and the lampposts, and they all say Ellington Classic on them, and they kind of shimmer with an arcane energy. And you hear what looks like a traveling music troupe. And at this point, Sazaros kind of perks his ear up, and he can hear the banging of tambourines and the playing of music as this merry band of actors and performers just sort of cartwheel and dance around the streets and kind of gather a crowd as it starts to move its way towards the outer gate of town.
He just wants standard arrows, so just
right. That'll be arrows. 1 gold. That'll be 1 gold for a bundle of 20.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You're welcome. Come back.
Of course.
All right. So yeah, with what appears to be your shopping done, the day is yours, as is the city. What would you guys like to do from here?
That is a fine question. So,
I guess we need to find somewhere like, gosh, I don't even know where to go. If there's like a library or maybe a game warden or somebody to try to figure out, where we might be able to seek out this Landshark.
Well, you could search for any one of those things. You do see in your travels, kind of milling through the streets, and you're kind of playfully following this acting troupe. You do see what looks like a tannery, just before the gates of the city. They've got stretched leathers, lots of furs, what appear to be lizard skins, kind of drying in the sun. It's kind of tucked away against the outer wall of the city, and you just see racks and racks of kind of like bear traps and large jawed trapping devices that look like they could catch something huge. And you see what looks like a halfling that's sort of rolling up a skein of fur beside a rather rotund half-orc who is taking a dagger and sort of scraping the fur off of a piece of stretched leather.
These look like the kind of people that Baranor may be able to have better dealings with. Or is he more likely to go beat them all up for skinning all these animals?
There's only one way to find out.
Good point. So, yeah, seriously, would Baranor be a better fit to be able to talk to these folks? I mean, I can if you want me to. I'm just wondering if he would be better suited.
I think you would be better suited just because I have no idea.
You could, I could say you could have Baranor approach with Sazaros giving him advantage on a persuasion check.
That might
the other way around. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, probably the other way around would be best.
Okay.
I can talk and Baranor can be there to... He can help me with my persuasion check.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage. Perfect. Yeah, you kind of sidle up and looking completely and totally out of place in this tannery. The half-orc just kind of regards you with a raised eyebrow. He's like, what do you want? And Baranor just sort of sidles up next to you and he's like, we've got a question about an animal in the area. I was wondering if you could help my friend. He's like, he kind of looks at Baranor up and down, recognizes that he's a traveler of the wilds. He's like, all right, what do you want?
We are seeking out the fabled Landshark of the Shambling Woods. I know, it sounds silly, but we have been... But we are just wondering, is there any factual truth to this beast? And where would be the best place to go start looking for him? Or her.
Oh, the Landshark of the Shambling Fields. I haven't heard those stories since I was just a little orkling. Well, I tell you, if my memory serves, There was some guy came. Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, I kind of like slide out a silver piece and just kind of start twiddling it with my fingers, see if that can help lubricate his memory.
Ah, yes, I remember now. Yeah, if I recall, there was a traveler came through here. He was trying to sell some boulet hide. Said he saw it. Said he saw the Landshark, which apparently is a little different than your typical boulet. I don't know if you know much about them, but they're underground diggers. They hollow out these caverns underground and pop up and kind of attack their prey in like an ambush style. Trying to remember what exactly he said to look for as far as its territory. You see him just sort of fiddling with his tusk with his finger a little bit.
Yeah, so a second silver starts coming out, and I start twiddling the two in one in each hand.
Oh yes, I remember now. What you want to do is head northwest following the Emperor's Highway towards, let me see here. And he kind of brings out what looks like a really rough sketched map of the Zephan Empire. And as I look at the map, you're going to want to head northwest like you're heading towards the capital. You don't want to go quite so north that you're going to hit Dunn's Keep. But once you pop through the forest between Dainne and the Shambling Fields, you're going to find yourself in a wide open prairie for miles and miles and miles. But there's a special river called the Forked Tongue River. And once you head past the middle of the two or three sections of the river, you're going to follow that one going due northwest until you come across a great rock outcropping. Looks kind of like a big tower made out of stone, and it's kind of been adorned with tribal writings and inscriptions and such, with chalks and things from a local tribe that dwells in the area. If you wanted to, you might want to look for that tribe. They might be able to give you a little bit of help on finding the exact location of the lair, but I do know that's the general area.
I just kind of put the silver in my hand and reach out to shake his hand and kind of palm him towards him. Thank you, good sir. You have been most helpful.
Well, thank you so much for your questions. And if you're looking for any furs or hides to keep warm, it is getting cold. Getting closer to the winter months, and wouldn't mind cutting you a deal on some of these. Just stop on by.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He just goes back to taking his dagger and slicing the hair off of the leather that he's stretching.
All right, then. Well, we have a general bearing. Roughly what kind of length of travel is that?
Go ahead and make a history check, because you are a traveled individual and you probably have been around enough to know kind of where he's going.
Oh, dirty 20.
Okay. So if you want to, let me see something here before I do that. Oh, perfect. Okay, if you guys want to go ahead and go to Roll20, I'll put you on the map. Boop. There you go. So what you're looking at is, you guys are here, obviously. Hold on. You guys are right here. And where he was talking, where you come out of the woods northwest of Dainne, is about a 30 to 40 mile journey northwest. And typically you guys on horse are able to get around at about what is it, like 25 miles a day or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Let me see here. Yeah, here we go. Per day, at a fast pace, 30 miles, slow pace, 18, but right in the middle is about 24 miles on horseback.
Mm-hmm. So a solid 2-day ride.
Yep, and if you remember, Sir Luther tasked you with retrieving this creature's head so that he could provide it to his betrothed in 1 week's time, and I count that as 7 days.
So it's going to take us a good 2 days to get there. All right, so we have no more than 3 days worth of hunting time, so we had best get on our way.
Oh, yeah.
At a modest to fast pace.
Yeah, pretty much.
That makes sense. Right, so I suppose we should get to it then.
I suppose so.
Is that Axton on the line? I think he said he's 20 minutes out. I don't know if he's in the car. Don't crash your car trying to get back.
All right, well, make sure we got our provisions set up. Let's get our horses and be on our way.
Cool.
Hey, let's get to it.
We also make sure to take the ox cart or the cart that we've accrued as well, because we'll need something to haul that head in.
Yeah, I mean, it's all waiting for you at delivery.
Okay.
I believe you guys at this point owe them. You've been in town for probably, I want to say, 3 or 4 days. So you're going to owe them 2 gold for tack and services.
Right, here you go.
All right.
And nick that off of my sheep. So it was 2 gold, right?
Yo.
And noted.
Regulators, saddle up.
Hi guys, can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah,
Yes, we can.
Perfect.
How you doing, Barry?
Good.
Did you pass?
Oh yeah, I passed.
All right. Now you can save people's lives.
boot.
So just to catch you up to speed real quick, not sure if you were listening in, but the group did a little bit of light shopping once they freed Atgeir from his tower abode and visited Monsieur Fodel to purchase some magical items and decided to do a little bit of research on where to find this Landshark of the Shambling Fields. They talked to a tannery attendant, this half-orc fella, who told them that there is a particular landmark northwest of Dainne once you get out of the forest. That looks like a large rock outcropping with tribal inscriptions all over it. That's about 30 to 40 miles northwest of your location right now. And that perhaps seeking out this tribe would give you an exact location of the Landshark's lair. Or at least his territory. And that's where we're at.
Cool.
Alright, so how long does it take us to get on out there?
Yeah, so it sounds like we've already calculated it's probably going to be a solid 2 days to get to at least where we can see that rock outcropping.
Oh, jeez. And how much time do we have to complete the...
We got to be back with the Bulay's head in 7 days.
So 4 days of transit. Okie doke. Alright, let's get to it.
Yep, let's move with purpose.
All right, so the first, I'm going to say we'll split this up into 2 day sections. It's about midday at this point, at least early midday. And so with all your carts and everything hitched up and supplied, and everybody's on a horse, who is in the cart? So right now, Baranor and Maven do not have horses of their own. Everybody else does. I'm assuming that means that Maven and Baranor are riding in the cart, correct?
Makes sense.
Yes.
Typically, Axton's the driver. Or at least he has been in the past, whether he wishes to be again.
Right. Okay, so who would like to helm the first watch of the day as you guys kind of set out? And mind you, I would like to paint a little picture. This is the kind of there are several ways in and out of Dainne. It's actually a very well constructed city. They put a lot of thought into both protection and also ways to get in and out. So it's not like there's only 2 ways into the city. There's actually about 8 different gates. And you find yourselves at the northwest gate, real close to the tannery that you received your information. And you notice that as soon as you leave, the troupe of performers and musicians that were kind of lauding this frivolity in the streets as you were talking to Fodal are actually continuing along the same path you are. And Dainne is sort of built up on a hill in a way, and as you kind of find yourselves going back downhill in the direction of your journey, you see this wide, spread out, arena-like area that's been kind of cordoned off, and there are these kind of like circular pits dug into the ground about 2 or 3 feet. There's about 5 or 6 of them spread out about 10 feet apart, and they look kind of like in a staggered pattern. You see people like staking down tent material and bringing carts and crates and things like that, laying out weapons. You also see what looks like 10 or 12 of these large half-ogre characters that are carrying on their shoulders this long pole, like metal pole, that they're fitting into a oval pit, the center of an oval pit, and sort of hammering it down onto pegs underneath it. It looks like some kind of a fence or a barrier of some kind. People are bringing in wooden benches and arranging them, and it looks very much like what you'd expect, some kind of a tourney grounds, like a tournament grounds being set up. But it's in the very, very early stages of being complete still. You see a lot of setup and prep being done.
Yeah. Not meaning to get too ahead of ourselves, but this Ellington Classic could very well be a good source to begin our hunt to clear our name.
Yeah, I was going to ask if we actually registered for it yet.
And from what we gathered, can we register when we get back? Will there be sufficient time?
Well, you were talking to Sir Luther about it, and I'll say go ahead and make a make a persuasion check, Sazros. Well, I mean, you guys didn't really get too much into that because right about that you were talking, you kind of you were interrupted by the High Inquisitor at that moment. Yeah. You kind of got a hint that registration is required, but you certainly you know that you guys have not approached anyone or talked to anybody about that yet.
Do we need? We probably should take a detour here to try to find before we truly get out of town, find the registration booth so we can get our names in the hat.
I agree with that.
All right. Yeah, so the sight of all that stuff, it just kind of jogged our memory, and we're like, oh, wait a minute, we gotta like register for that thing.
Sure. Okay, so let me get a perception check from at least 2 of you as you guys kind of stop and go, oh yeah, this thing is happening and we want to be a part of it. We don't know who to talk to.
We'll take his. We'll take Axton. There we go.
Noise.
Okay, so right now, Atgeir and Axton, you guys kind of have yourselves back to back, just kind of looking. You're like, is that a guy? Is that? Then you see what looks like a sort of a red-skinned woman holding a clipboard, and she is currently talking to somebody that is carrying a bundle of swords, who is just kind of like impatiently kind of it looks rather heavy, and this woman is just kind of like going over the swords and pointing to them and looking at her clipboard and pointing to them. She at least looks like someone in a position of some kind of authority that may be able to point you in some kind of direction. You're not sure if this is the person or not.
All right, so I guess that's who I'm assuming you guys pointed out to the rest of us, and I'll go make my way up to her and inquire.
Okay.
All right. Good day, fair madam. My companions and I wish to register for the Ellington Classic. Are you the person that we need to speak to regarding this?
She kind of like spins around on her heels and kind of tucks a pencil behind her ear. And one moment, please. Okay. She kind of gives you all a look like, what are you, a bunch of circus performers?
Only in our spare time.
Well, not for nothing, but if you wanted to perform at the Classic, there's a pretty coin in it for you, if that's your fancy. As far as the events, you're going to want to talk to Daedalus over there, and she kind of points her finger over across the field, and you see a small, kind of a small tent, but with like a table set up underneath it, and there's several people around the table, and they're just kind of like, you can see they're about 50 feet away, but you can see them kind of pointing to different parts around the table.
Okay. Thank you very much, and you keep up the good work.
Thank you kindly.
All right, so we'll head on over to where Daedalus is then.
Okay. Yeah, you as you get closer, you notice that there are several blackguard that are surrounding by several. I mean, like 2 or 3. They look very bored. This place, I mean, there are sparse amounts of people, hammering down stakes and erecting tents and assembling seating benches and things like that. And it doesn't seem to be a lot of action around here. So a lot of these guards are kind of leaning on their spears and such. And inside the tent, you see a tall human with a shock of gray hair, almost in like a mohawk style with like shaved sides. He's wearing silver spectacles. He's got on a silver tunic with black trim. He seems to be the one everyone is sort of either asking questions or paying attention to.
All right. Hello, good day, sir.
He kind of looks over his spectacles at you, and everybody just kind of turns from because they were all in mid-conversation. And as you look down, I'm not going to make you roll for it, you notice the table is like a very well-made, like miniaturized version of the tourney grounds. You got little tiny circles with little boxes, and it's cute. It's like a little miniature set. And he kind of cranes his neck and looks back and forth between the people around him. He's like, yes, what can I help you with?
Yes, my companions and I are looking to register to participate in the Classic.
Right. I'm a wee bit busy. Hodgkins, why don't you go ahead and send them over to the notice board and allow them to place their names. Begging your pardon, but I'm a little busy, and Hodgkins will be able to help you out. And you see this mousy little younger fellow with kind of black balding hair, and he's kind of got like a piggish nose, kind of an upturned pig nose. He's wearing very tight red and black striped kind of minstrel garments with a kind of a half cape, and he's got a little clipboard of his own. Yes, please follow me. And he kind of brings you over to this kind of notice placard that's not quite yet ready to be erected yet. It's kind of leaning against a fence post. It looks like there's a couple of holes being dug for the posts that this notice board is affixed to. And he says, well, looks like they haven't quite yet put the notice board in the spot yet, but you may be able to reach the event flyers and enter your names. And good luck to you all. Was there any other things I could do for you?
I don't think so. Anybody else think anything?
No, you've been a great help. Thank you.
All right.
You sound so sincere.
So, what exactly are we signing up for here?
Yeah, what are we signing up for? What kind of events are available?
Okay. There is, and I take it one of you is going to take notes on this.
Yep.
There is the main event, which is the group battle, in which up to eight warriors per team can face off against pretty much. There's 5 spots, and what it does is it is a free-for-all where your team kind of defends your section of the arena against the other teams that are being considered. This is kind of an expensive entry fee. That's 100 gold per team.
All right.
There is the joust, which anyone can enter. It is a 3-tiered tournament. You will face off against people of your reputative skill, and if you are unknown, you face off against other beginners like yourself. And that is 20 gold per person.
I think I would like to try that one.
How much per person?
It's 20 gold per person.
All
Can you
right.
say yes to the group battle?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just make sure.
Great, I'm gonna put my name on there.
There is sword fighting, in which it is also a 3-tiered progression, it's swords, great swords, daggers, short swords, bastard swords only. No axes, no pole arms, no magic.
Well, I'd like to try that one as well.
Okay. That one is 15 gold per person.
I got a feeling I'm going to be super beat up after all this.
There's also archery. Archery is 10 gold per person, and that is a best out of 5. And you'll be competing against 2 people per competition. There is a trophy and a pot that you win for each competition.
Yeah, Farinor automatically is just signs up straight away for the archery.
Yeah.
What's the entry fee for that one?
That one's 10. There's also an event called the Unraveling, and that is a magical puzzle type of competition where you are given a device that has certain properties, and using magic you can kind of unlock the secrets within and solve a riddle with whatever is inside. That one's 25 gold per person.
Axon's totally going to stay away from that one.
Nino's gonna take that one on.
As much as magic interests me, I have no skill with that at this time.
Yeah. There's also a smithing competition where you are given raw slag, or you can bring your own, and you must produce a weapon of some kind: axe, hammer, sword, set of daggers that can do a significant or a preset amount of damage to a practice dummy in a set amount of time.
I want to be trained in smithing, but I'm not trained in it yet. What type of skill would it be to do it? It's because I have smithing tools. I just don't. I'm not.
Yeah, you'd have to.
proficient
You would
in-
have to. You'd have to be. Well, you don't have to be proficient. You can just give it a shot.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not? I might
Yeah,
have
that
to
Gotta roll his chance.
Yeah, so Atgeir, I might need some of my money back.
Yeah, that one's 10 gold to enter.
Okay, well, yeah, I might need some money back. I only had 48 gold.
Oh wait, do I owe you money?
Well, I gave you all my money.
Oh, right. Sure, just give me a list.
Yeah, you just pay for whatever I need, that's all.
So I'm like your manager. I like it.
And last but not least, the main event is the free-for-all. And that is where anybody can enter, and it is the last man standing. And this is a fight to the death.
That's not good.
Ooh, right. But what's the pay?
It comes with it a let me see here. I gotta go through my winnings purse. That one. Okay, so whoever's writing down notes, go ahead and write this down. The winning purse for the team battle, okay, is 1,000 gold plus a gold trophy that's worth 500 gold.
Okay, winning purse for team battle, 1,000 gold plus a 500 gold piece trophy. Okay.
Yep. The sword fighting is 250 gold, and a silver trophy worth 50 gold.
Sword fighting, the purse was, you said 250 gold?
Correct.
And a silver trophy for 50 Gs. 50 gold pieces.
All right.
Yep. And what was the next one?
Joust.
The joust, it comes with a purse of 500 gold pieces, with a small platinum trophy that's worth 200 gold.
All right. 500 plus a small 200 gold piece platinum trophy. Okay.
Yep. And you've got the was it the unraveling that was next?
Yeah, you had said archery. What was the archery?
Archery is a 300 gold purse for first place. 100 gold for second. And 25 gold for third.
All right.
The unraveling comes with doesn't come with a gold reward. It comes with a rare magical item.
Oof. Uno, you got this one.
All right.
How rare?
Well,
Rare.
It would be considered rare, yeah.
Like, look on the table, it's rare. Oh, I know what you mean. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because like there's rare, but then there's
it's
the rare.
No, he's right. It's got a real. Hold on. It's got a real range to it. Let me look at the table again.
Yeah, are we talking table C or are we talking table H?
All right, rare, 5th or higher, 501 to 5,000 gold. I'm going to say it's worth 750 gold. It's not super rare for rare, but it's sort of rare for rare. Yeah.
Okay.
You're rare.
Okay, the smithing tournament earns you a... It earns you a 100 gold purse plus a exquisite weapon of your choice. And because I don't believe in like super categorized weapons and stuff, I do add bonuses to weapons that aren't technically magical. Like an exquisite weapon for me is something that is like super sharp and like really well made, master crafted, if you will, and it comes with certain bonuses. It doesn't necessarily make it magical.
Gotcha. And then the free-for-all.
The free-for-all. The main event of the tournament, if you are the last man standing and you are still alive, you win a purse of 5,000 gold. You win the Champions Trophy of the Ellington Classic, which is a large platinum trophy that's worth another 2,000 gold. You also win renown throughout the realm, which if you win, I'll explain what that does. It's more than it sounds. You also win royal favor with the Emperor himself. And I'll explain what that does.
Renown, that's kind of like what you get with the Adventures League type stuff.
Kinda, yeah.
Like famous, bruh.
Yeah, if you win the Ellington Classic free for all, you are like top dog of the city, of the whole kingdom for like, you know,
You were like Michael
months at
Jordan
least.
plus LeBron James squared.
Right?
Oh, yeah, and
I think I have
yeah.
one.
What's the entry fee for the free for all?
Yeah, did I not tell you that one?
No.
No.
That one is
Your life.
rather cheap. Yeah, it's rather cheap because they don't expect you to live and they don't want you to have to give away your family's life savings. It's 50 gold of an entry fee.
50.
But it is, 50, and you enter into an arena with 100 other people.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Who has resurrection magic?
Hey, just about to ask that.
I have Revivify, but I
Hey.
need the diamond first.
So, can you describe the arena?
I can.
It's
You don't
actually
have
a series of
around.
tunnels.
So which arena? There are many.
The arena for the giant free for all.
Oh, that is done inside of the Dainne Coliseum, which that's not here. That's actually inside the city. And it is a 4-story oval-shaped coliseum with, you'd have to go there to see it. But you definitely, know that it is, that's where the group battle takes place. Oh, shit, I forgot, sorry. There's also a chariot race.
Oh, sick.
Sure, why not? I'll try that one too.
You have to provide your own chariot.
Oh shit.
Don't think an ox cart counts.
Well, I have my own horse. I just need a chariot.
It's a 4-horse chariot race.
Oh, well,
Oh, we
Maybe
have
not.
4 horses,
we do.
assuming we don't get one eaten.
What's the fee for that one?
The fee for that is 150 gold per chariot team. It's a 2-man team, and it involves combat. It involves range. It involves likely ranged combat. You can throw javelins, you can throw arrows, you can throw axes, and it is a kind of a. They don't consider it a fight to the death, but people die all the time. It's really just whoever is comes in first at the end, and whatever happens goes.
Is magic allowed in that at all?
No magic.
Was magic allowed in the giant fight to the death free for all?
Oh yeah, that is a whatever it takes to survive.
I like where this is going.
I don't want to do the free for all.
Hey, I'll go in with you if we have enough gold.
Now, in the rules, and you guys are kind of spread out throughout the whole notice board, reading all of the different events and stuff. There are rules and such. For instance, there's no shenanigans for archery. You're not allowed to interfere with anybody else that's doing it. That's more of a gentleman's game. The joust is 3 broken lances. Or toppling, just pretty traditional jousting rules. Unhorsing is an automatic win. 3 broken lances is a win, but you're not allowed to use like metal lances, or that one's not meant to injure or maim or kill. Sword fighting is not fought to the death. It's on a point system.
For the joust, do we have to bring our own joust, or do they provide them?
You mean your own lance?
Yeah, our own lance. Fair.
No, they provide the lances. They're made of wood.
Okay, just making sure.
That's how they're able to kind of keep everything standard,
Some Chris will sign up for the sword fighting as well.
Okay. Sword fighting is based purely on point system. It's almost like a fencing, but you're allowed to use any technique you wish. The magical unraveling is done individually, and there's you can't mess with anybody. If there's any, they have there's going to be obviously ref judges and things like that, and if cheating is found, you'll be disqualified and banned from the grounds. Team battle is not to the death either. It is it is considered non-lethal. You're allowed to use force up to and including unconsciousness, but nothing further.
Magic allowed in the team battle?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And what's the time frame between events?
Okay,
Like, is
first,
it back to back?
Well, it is a bit of an event. The Ellington Classic is something that draws crowds from all over, not only Valandiir, but Mazira, Yerstenheim, the Zumi Islands. These are all other places on Soon, the planet that you're on. They draw crowds from all those places, and it is held once every 4 years. It is not an event that is easy to get into or cheap to get into. Tickets are not very cheap. And the elite of the elite show up to compete in this event, and when you win, you are known all over as the champion of the Ellington Classic, even if it's just the archery champion. It is a prestigious title to behold, and it is something to brag about. But yeah, it does span a few days, sometimes a week, sometimes many weeks, depending on how the events go. And the first kind of the lower tier events are what come first, like archery, sword fighting, but it is spread out over a couple days with the team battle, and the chariot ride, the magical unraveling, and the last event of the Ellington Classic is the free-for-all. And that's just a chaotic, glorious, gladiatorial arena type event.
And that also be, again, with so many people there, it would be a good opportunity for information gathering to see, any leads on the breakers and where they may be found, all that good kind of stuff.
It very well could be.
All right, so I got Axton signed up for the joust, for the sword fighting, and for smithing, Baranor for the archery, Sazaros sword fighting, the unraveling.
You got me down for sword fighting as well?
I do. Joust, sword fighting, smithing.
I might even try to do the what's it called? Team battle, free for all. And if we could get a chariot, I'd need a chariot.
Koza would like to sign up for the magical unraveling as well.
Okay.
Looks at the magic mark on Koza's neck and wonders if he tries to dispel it, if he will still have competition or not.
All right, and so we're game for the team battle.
is going to join the giant free for all to the death.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Now remember, both Agir and Uno.
I can only cast Revivify once per long rest, guys. Just keep that in mind.
Well, we could all team up and have it out at the very end if possible.
Right, but we can only bring one guy back, so we can only put 2 people in.
There is a clause in the free-for-all in that you may yield. But once you yield, you forfeit your entry fee and are disqualified immediately.
Yeah. So we don't have
to. Who signed up for the free-for-all? We got and Axton.
Yep.
You know what? Akir's going to go in there too. Let's trophy, boys.
Yes. This is how you TPK a party.
Voluntarily.
You get them to do it.
All right, so Akir, Axton, and in the free-for-all. And then we've signed up for the team battle as well.
So how much gold is that total that we have to put together for this?
Yeah.
So right now I have 35. What was the entrance fee for the smithing competition?
The free-for-all is a 50 gold piece entry fee.
Yeah.
So you're up for 50 gold pieces. Action, the joust, which is 20.
Yeah, you should be at 85.
15.
Can't get
Smithing, which is 10, and the free-for-all 50.
So 95 for Axton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have 48 on me, so I need.
I'll cover
to
you.
give the rest.
I got you, bro.
Well, just add 48 to what you already have. I'll give you my 48 right now.
Baranor has signed up for the archery tournament, which is 10 gold pieces. Koza has signed up for the unraveling, which is 25. Myself, I've signed up for the sword fighting one for 15. I've already deducted that. Yuno has signed up for the unraveling, which again is 25. And then the free-for-all, which is 50. And then the team battle is 100. So everybody needs to pony up some cash for that one.
Oh, we lost somebody.
That's like what, 14 a person?
About.
And then
Okay, so
I guess we're gonna
Koza-
need 2 people to chip in 15 instead of 14. But other than that, we're good.
Yeah, well, Koza owes for the unraveling, and he also owes for the team battle. Yeah, he'll throw in 15 for the team battle.
And Atgear will also throw in 15. So there we go.
Okay, so 14 from the rest of us.
Well, I just gave Atgear all my money. So.
Yep,
I'll cover.
I got you covered, brother.
Axton's. Anything else for Axton?
Ooh, already.
And what does Koza owe for the unraveling again?
25.
Okay, so that's It's 50, 40, 220. Okay. All right, Koza has given his. Now, mind you, if you guys want to keep track, I'm sorry. Let me interject real quick. You don't have to pay until the event.
Okay.
But if you want to subtract it now, that's fine. That's what I'm going to do for Koza is subtract his now, and then you can just assume that when you step in for your event, you pay your fee. That's fine. But there's nobody here to take money. It's just an open notice board with a sign-in sheet.
Gotcha. So I've already gone and deducted my money, and like I said, we'll just assume that
Do we see any fancy or familiar names on this notice board sign up yet?
Well, make a history check.
I'm going to do that too.
Go for it. I will assist with someone's history check.
19.
Oh, Sazi.
Okay. Yes, you see Sir Luther signed up for the joust. You see Sir Hargrove signed up for sword fighting. Now, you don't get to choose who you face off against, but it's interesting that these people, there's their familiar names that you see. And in the sword fighting, you see a name that just Sazaros, you remember this name. You can't remember from what it is. It's the name Castellan.
Castellan. Okay.
Castellan.
Mm-hmm.
Castalan.
Castalan. Okay.
You can't remember if it's somebody that you talked to in a tavern or played cards with. Maybe played cards with. Not exactly sure. You don't remember there being a good interaction between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
But just that name rings a bell.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Let's get it on.
Maven, did you want to join anything?
No, I think I'm okay. Sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
I don't know, I might need help with if we do the the one with the horses.
Chariot
Race.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need somebody to help me with the chariot. So somebody who's good with range might be helpful.
Intent.
Baranor said he might be interested in doing that too if we can get a chariot.
Cool.
You can also conscript people to be your second rider. There are people that offer their services.
Cool.
What was the Lord's name that we went and saw? I'm trying to remember his name.
The Lord? You mean Sir Hargrove?
Sir Hargrove. Maybe he'd
Yeah,
be willing to give us a chariot.
Worst he can say is no.
I'm trying to look up the cost of a chariot. They're not cheap.
No. Sazros, make a. Let's see here. Did you? I think you knew about the Ellington Classic, right?
Hold on just a minute. The chariot, the player's handbook has the cost of a chariot at 250 gold.
Yep.
Okay, so what were you asking there, John?
I was gonna say. I can't remember. Are you one of the ones that knew about the Ellington Classic? I know knew about it.
For some strange reason, I don't think that I passed my check on the Ellington Classic.
Okay. Well, go. You're a very well-traveled person. Go ahead and make another history check.
Straight roll.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
5.
Never mind.
Yep.
No lore for you.
No lore for me.
Okay. So, your names have been entered. You guys notice that this parchment is special in that when there's kind of like a hanging quill from a string next to each of these sign-up sheets, and you notice that once you sign your name, the ink seems to have like magically instantly dry and turn into like a gold crimson color.
There's no like mystical, like miniature fine print or anything like that, is there?
The snozberries taste like snozberries. You've now successfully sold your soul.
Yeah,
I was just thinking. Yeah. By the way, everyone who dies.
This is what we get for not reading the terms and conditions.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything seems to be in order. Your carts are not too far away. You are finding yourselves that you're kind of getting in the way of people trying to set up. You're getting some rude looks like, come on, already, get out of my way. I got to set this up here.
All right. So we'll jot our names down in skidoo. At least that's my thought.
Cool. I'll put my halberd on my back and take out my sword and just start practicing with it as we're going along.
Okay.
I haven't really used this thing.
All right, so the road finds you again. The horses are eagerly awaiting your return. Who would like to... So you guys are setting off in a northwestern direction.
Mm-hmm.
Who would like to helm the first watch as you make your way towards the woods on the outer borders of Dainne?
I'll do it.
Yep. Okay. And who... So, what? I also need a marching order, too.
Excuse me. Well, I'd like to be up front, kinda.
Well, you're driving the cart, aren't you? Or do you want to be in the lead with the cart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have... If I remember correctly, you guys hitched 2 horses to the cart.
Yeah, I think it was like Koza's and Axton's horses. Am I mistaken?
I think that's right.
Okay.
And Koza rode.
All right. So all I need to know is, I'm guessing the cart's sort of in the middle. All I need to know is who is out front, who's in the rear, and who's on the cart.
I'll be at the front left.
You know, it's in the rear.
Baranor and Maven are in the cart.
As is Koza, unless he's walking.
All right, Akira will just be alongside on the pony.
Okay. All right. And you rolled... Okay, so whoever's out front, Axton, go ahead and give me a perception check, please. And you know you're in the rear, you give me one as well.
Nice.
Ooh. All right. So as you enter the forests surrounding the northern regions of Dainne, it starts to cut off light from the canopies above. The trees overlap above you. Little ribbons of sunlight kind of peek in from above, but it's rather dark. It's a very, very dense forest. It's very reminiscent of the Garden of Mist. Considerably less foggy, but certainly in the same wheelhouse. And the road starts to sort of taper here, widen there, disappear there, and it starts to get really difficult to make out where your journey needs to continue. So I'm gonna go ahead and need a survival check from the lead horseman.
I guess that would be me.
That would be you.
Okay. Come on, do good. Yeah. Can't really get much better, except for one more.
Wow, okay. Yeah, you find the path. It's starting to rain, though. It just started, you kind of noticed it a little bit on your way in. It started to sprinkle here and there, but as you have entered the forest, it seems that the forest has sheltered you from the heavy rain, and now that the storm is in full force, you kind of hear a little bit of rumbly thunder here, a little rumbly thunder there. It definitely seems like the sky has opened and you guys are starting to get really, really drenched. But fortunately, the hours drone on. You're as miserable as you are in this weather. The animals of the forest skitter out of view. You do see a couple of primates kind of swinging from tree to tree, kind of keeping themselves under the heavy shade of the canopy so as to stay out of the rain, kind of looking down at you as their heads are kind of pelted with raindrops. But you muscle on without any issue.
Those like vulture type birds watching us at all?
Yeah, make a perception check as you go.
Yeah. Nope.
You didn't notice any on the road. The last time you remember seeing them was outside of the Calded Sticks, right on the boundaries, and they just kind of never really followed you any further than that. You definitely haven't seen them anywhere near Dainne, and now that you're traveling even further northwest, they don't seem to be something that inhabits these woods.
Okay, cool.
All right. So the evening dawns on, and it seems to be the rain seems to be getting heavier and heavier. You get to the point where you guys are kind of like, you're getting hungry, getting a little tired. You get the feeling like it's probably around 7, 8 o'clock at night as you just travel through this dense forest, desperately trying to hold on to the path or the trail that seems to go. It is, mind you, this is the Emperor's Highway. It is you are traveling along an official route, but the wild nature of the forests in this area make it really difficult to maintain a proper roadway. You do see kind of like stones and small round rocks that have been pressed into the dirt to try to kind of give some semblance of a paved pathway, but the rainwater and the constant weather and erosion seems to battle that and make it difficult to maintain. So, but you guys do seem to finding your muscles starting to speak to you, and your horses are starting to give you a little more attitude than they did earlier in the day.
I call out to my horse, Pickles, come on, we can do this. Let's go.
Make an animal handling check. 25. Yeah, he kind of brays a little bit and continues trudging on for probably another hour.
It's getting kind of late and we're all miserable, and this may be a good time to set up camp.
Whoa, Pickles, whoa. We're good.
All right, how about I have... I'm going to have Koza and Baranor make a survival check for me, please. I will roll for Koza. If you want to roll for Baranor, Steph. Survival. Pretty good. Nice. I don't know why I clicked twice. I'm going to take that 11. Okay. Easy enough. I mean, you guys are just looking for a kind of slightly higher ground place to set up camp as the forest is now being drenched. Baranor kind of finds a small kind of lean-to rock that's sort of propped up against a fallen tree. Looks like if you guys were to perhaps set up the dome or drape some linens across it, it might make for some semblance of a protection from the rain.
Yuno's going to find a flat, 10... Let me see here. 10-foot place, and he's going to cast Tiny Hut.
Okay. Yeah, underneath this area that Koza and Baranor kind of found there, it does seem to be what looks like an abandoned den of some kind, and not sure if it's wolves or bears. Looks long abandoned. There aren't any fresh tracks or any evidence of something living here currently, but it definitely looks like it was utilized for its flat space.
Yeah, so, excuse me, cast Tiny Hut, and then I'm going to use Prestidigitation to dry the floor.
Yeah, it's going to take a couple applications, but with a little effort and a little time and a little patience from everybody, you do manage to kind of squeegee out all of the water that was kind of sullying the soil around here. And, Koza's definitely appreciative. He kind of finds a little corner of the area, and he kind of says to somebody, you guys want to have an ability to create a little bit of fire, I can make it a larger fire. And he starts gathering up firewood and making a little spot in the middle.
I'll get a flint and steel and spark it up.
Okay, he's going to cast Control Flames and allow that tiny spark to kind of erupt into a small but raging fire that quickly begins licking the logs. And at this point, Baranor starts passing out some of those elk rations from the large elk that he had hunted prior to arriving in Dainne, and passing them out to all of you. You see Koza kind of milling around the outset of the encampment, picking what looks like berries from bushes. He kind of gives Axton a little nod, like, "Hey, you mind giving me a hand?" So. Is there anything anybody would like to discuss, do, or whatever before turning in for the night?
Then we'll put in about another hour or two of reading.
I was going to ask, does anybody have do we have any tactics, any ideas how we're going to hunt this beast?
Right, does anybody know how this thing hunts us?
Yeah, are we going to have
I can only conjecture that, like most underground creatures, it hunts by vibration.
do we have any type of lure, or is anybody going to be bait?
Right, well, we do have these fine horses.
Well, I don't know if I want my horse to be bait.
Right, would you rather be bait?
I was wondering if maybe we had a summoned creature that we could use that could be bait.
Right, that's more better.
Yeah.
Right.
Chonky?
No Chonky.
Oh.
It's a summoned creature, so he can be summoned again the next day. Am I correct?
Koza gives Sazros an eerie side glance, says, "You are not sacrificing Chonky Boy to the Boule."
Right. Alternatively, once we get it out of the ground, how do we keep it from going back under? That is my primary concern.
Well, that's just it. I'm not 100% sure about that.
Great. How about I be the bait? I've got a good feeling about this one, lads.
Okay.
Honestly, what is the worst that could happen?
You could get
Yes.
swallowed.
From you, plenty.
Right.
You could get possessed. I don't know.
Well, been there and done that. So, the very least, we have a chance. So, I'll be the bait, and you all hopefully can kill it before it kills me. I am particularly loud, so.
Well, I'm no quiet one either, so we'll see.
The night
So that would be my
drones on.
strategy.
The night drones on. The sound of rain hitting the top of the dome, which I believe you can stop rain from entering, which is a neat little feature.
Correct.
Has a way of lulling you all to sleep. Will there be anybody taking watch tonight?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Can't really hurt.
So I'm gonna need a survival check from Axton.
What
Survival?
about Barry?
Yep.
Barry and Koza would probably be also good.
Yep. Survival, because you are trying to, it's more than perception, you're trying to perceive through the rain any threats, and it's a little more difficult than just a simple perception check.
Yeah, so is
Especially
anybody
since you
assisting
don't-
me, or is it just me?
Yeah, we'll have Barinor you and Barinor kind of shoulder up, and he's going to scan the surroundings for like an hour or two. So you can roll that with advantage. Perfect. Yeah, so sitting on the outset of the dome, just before the edge, and just inside, you see something in the distance. It's hard to make out because it is raining in the forest. But it's a long serpentine shape. Perhaps a large snake body. It appears to be something to the effect of maybe 2 to 3 feet in diameter, the body, and it's difficult to see because you don't see a head. Difficult to make out how long it is. It could be 10 feet long, it could be 30 feet long, it could be 50 feet long. But you do see these green scales just sort of slithering in between the bushes, and they're kind of moving away from you in a way.
Okay, well, I pointed out to, like, Barinor. I don't know if anybody else is awake or not. There's something in the woods. I have no idea what it is, but it looks snake-like.
Okay, Steph, if you could have Barinor make a nature check.
14.
I mean, he kind of pierces through the forest, and to him it just looks like a big snake. Not really sure what it is, but he is sure that it's moving away.
Okay. Well, as long as I don't see it coming towards us or threatening us. Is the dome opaque, or is it colored? Are they able to see us?
It depends on what wanted it to look like.
It's opaque and dark. Nothing can see in, but we can see out.
Cool.
Got it. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to take any notice. Not that you can tell. And it doesn't seem threatening. You don't see it like tense up or anything. It just looks like it's traveling through the forest.
Okay, well, I'll keep an eye out, and if I get any sense of danger, I'll let everybody else know and wake them.
Okay. Well, who is going to take over for Axton?
Gear will.
Atgear, give me a survival check, please, as the rain is continuously.
As we're switching, I do let Athgear know we did see a snake-like creature in that area, and I point out.
Yeah.
When I saw a snake then in the woods.
Well, it's mighty big to be a snake.
Well, if I see any mighty big snakes, I will well, probably come screaming to you so you can kill it, honestly. Teamwork and all that. So, 14 for the perception. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, phew.
Yeah, the sky is pitch black. It's really, really difficult to see. The rain is making it hard to even hear. But you kind of scan your dwarven eyes. You're used to looking through the dark. You grew up in dark tunnels and kind of perceiving your surroundings through hearing alone. You hear little tiny footsteps. Kind of surrounding but all on one side of your tent, little tiny footsteps. And as you look through the forest, you notice that they're little people. There's about 3 of them. They look to be in loincloths, and their skin is kind of a green, leathery texture. They have very long noses, very long pointed ears, carrying small spears. They have very sharp teeth and wide yellow feline-like eyes. And they just kind of approach the dome. And one of them's carrying a very small spear. It almost looks like just like an arrow. Like he just grabbed an arrow and is using it as a spear. He just kind of pokes the dome, and you hear dum dum dum.
Hey, who is it?
You hear, and you see that one of them kind of press his ear against the dome, like right up against the magical aura of the dome. And you hear, and they kind of start conversing with each other. There's 3 of them.
I'm guessing he doesn't understand the language.
No. I doubt any of you speak Goblin.
A negative.
Negative.
Right, so I'm gonna go over to the next person and watch and be like, right, so the tribe we are supposed to make contact with, did we ever find out if it is or is not a goblin tribe?
It was never specified.
Right, so probably can't just murder these guys then. Right. Okay. Any ideas here, friends?
Oza just kind of rolls over after hearing the commotion and just says, well, are they dangerous? They don't look very threatening.
They have very tiny spears.
Oh, they're kind of cute.
Right, so I should bring one in and we can adopt it. Give it a funny name, teach it tricks.
No. I'm not suggesting that. One thing I do know about goblins, folks, is where there's one, there are many. Just keep an eye on them. Make sure they don't multiply or hang around.
Are there still 3 goblins, or have they become more goblins since I stopped looking outside?
You turn around, and one of them has actually kind of slapped the other one on the back of the head, and that one kind of scampered off into the woods, followed by the other one, and the one that was initially curious, that heard you, is just kind of staying put.
Oh, fun on a bun. Alright, Akira will just go back and see if he can listen in and pick up anything that sounds like names from this group of goblins.
Well, it's just the one goblin, and he's not saying anything. And after about an hour, and they're pretty impatient, after about 5-10 minutes, he kind of pokes the dome again. Dum, dum, dum. And eventually just kind of, you hear him kind of mutter something that you can only imagine is a curse of some kind of goblin swear word. And he just kind of scampers off behind a bush and disappears.
Noted. Hey, well, that was disappointing.
All right. We are going to take a 15-minute break. I'm going to go get Noah so that he can join us, and we will reconvene here at about 4:15-ish Eastern Standard Time.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie. All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
See you soon.
Hey, are we all here?
Yep.
Yep.
Hello.
Hey, Noah.
I'm here.
I said, is that last goblin still there?
Well, no, you guys, you were asleep. You didn't even know I was there.
Okay, they were what we okay.
But the morning creeps up. The rain is still going, but it's lessened so. But the camp is clear. Doesn't appear to be anybody about. The day seems to be yours, although the day is still kind of gray with rain. What would you guys like to do?
That is an excellent question.
Let's, like I said, let's break camp, get something to eat. I would say same formation as previously and head out.
Hey, let's get it done.
All right. What would you guys like to eat? Silly question, I know, but sometimes it's important.
If we got some more of that elk, I'll eat it.
Everyone loves elk.
Baranor only had 7 rations.
Okay.
If you remember, he did not roll so well on his ration and accidentally dropped the other 7 out the back of the cart on your way into Dainne. Unfortunately.
I mean, if anyone really needs it, I still have Goodberry.
Also,
Goodberry would be nice.
Akir's background lets him find food for like a couple people. So.
Yeah, Steph, why don't you, just because it's fun, why don't you have Baranor roll a survival check? Because we want to keep him in the loop too.
Barinor is saying he's having issues with his headset.
Uh-oh.
Unplug the headset and plug it back in. See if maybe that might help.
Or disconnect from Discord. I would just restart the whole room.
I too was having issues when I first joined earlier.
Yeah, you know, I like about 20 minutes before we took a break. Everybody started to get real quiet, so I just shut down Discord, re-entered it, and everybody was like back again.
Yeah, I had some driver updates I needed to do.
And then make sure you're not muted, Steph, because right now it's showing that you are. There you go.
Anybody hear me?
Yep. We got you.
I just have the whole host off. So, like, I had it plugged in, and I was like sitting here waiting at like 2:15 for me, or 1:15 or whatever, and I'm like, why is nobody talking? And then I realized everybody's voice, things were lighting up, and I'm like, oh no, it's me.
You're the problem. No, it's okay.
Yeah. So
I am. All right. So yeah, go ahead and have Baranor roll survival. I don't know, did you do that already?
I think so.
Let me look.
11.
Yeah, you did. 11. Okay. Yeah, he forages for some forest food. Unfortunately, he's not really able to find much. The woodland creatures have sort of scurried to find shelter from the rain. He's already found what little berries and roots and edible material that he can, and the place seems pretty well scavenged. You guys are going to have to either eat good berry or come up with something else.
We each should have some trail rations. We can just eat a ration.
Well, I'd rather have a good berry if that's okay.
Remember, like that good berry.
I can have both.
Alright, well then, I conjure up 4 good berries if anyone else wants an extra one.
All right. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Okay. Yep, you guys eat them. They taste as delicious as they have in the past. They're very sweet and tart, and there's like this explosion of flavor in your mouth, kind of like eating a gusher, which is like the best thing ever. For those of you who remember gushers.
Eno's going to cast Alarm as a ritual to re-up my ward.
Okay. Oops. Okie dokie. Yeah, so the camp is alarmed, although you guys are kind of picking up camp, and the horses seem, I guess, rested. They seem a little annoyed that they had to sleep in the rain, but, you know, they've had worse. And your bellies are full for the most part. All right. So, you said you're going in the same order, right?
That's my
Yeah, I believe we are.
Okay. The rain starts to die down as you kind of trek through the mud and muck of the forest. It seems that the water has found its low spots and gathered into a subtle stream here, a brook there, babbling over the rocks and the dirt. And it was a really, really hard rain last night. It was a torrential downpour at some point. What was that?
I said we had us a gully walker.
Yeah, it was a pretty hard rain. Everything is very wet. Everything is very squishy. And as you approach what looks like a small clearing in the forest floor, the trees become a little more sparse. You actually see a rather wide stream, probably about maybe 20 to 30 feet wide. Pretty deep too. It looks like it's about 2 or 3 feet deep. And as you guys, actually, who's driving the cart?
I think I was.
Okay. Axton, I need you to give me an animal handling check, please.
Where is it? Here it is. Oh, 16.
Let's see. What'd you get?
So 16.
Okay. You're able to kind of guide these creatures. Across the stream and it's kind of a fast-moving stream. It's not a babbling brook. It's got some power behind it. It seems like the rain from last night really strengthened this low spot in the forest floor. And in doing so, it looks like it kind of is grabbing the wheels of your cart, and you're able to get the horses across, no problem. But the cart suddenly becomes stuck, and it just lurches to a stop. You kind of shuffle forward a couple of inches. Everybody who's in the cart, Baranor, Maven, they kind of lurch forward a little bit, and the cart isn't going anywhere.
Oh. That's not good.
What would you like to do about it?
I'll see if I can get the animals to just like give a nice good jolt and try to pull us out.
Okay.
I'll be like, come on, Pickle, you can do this.
Yeah, give me another animal handling check.
Could I get out of the cart and try and like push it, like kind of just kind of give it a quick like jab, because I technically count as large when I'm pushing, pulling, or dragging something because of my powerful build.
Absolutely. If you want to go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Sure.
Me and Baranor will get out of the cart as well.
Okay.
So I'll roll my animal handling.
Ooh, that's not great.
Terrible.
Yeah, the horses are kind of like rearing and neighing and braying. It's something's off. Something that there's something that's not right. They don't feel very comfortable. and they're making it obvious. And everybody who's on a horse, your horses are starting to become a little nervous. I need Axton, Koza, and Baranor all three to give me perception checks, please.
This is weird. There's a turn order.
I'm sure that's just a coincidence.
Yeah, it must be a coincidence.
It must be a fluke.
Sudden initiative.
Does it really show you that shit? That is so not cool.
Way to make your party paranoid.
Oh no, the DM put up a turn order.
My perception is so high, I saw a turn order.
That's pretty funny. Okay, well, what you see, because you have such high perception that both Koza and Baranor fail to see, is something peering at you through the trees with long, green, spindly, clawed hands. Something pulling the trees apart, the branches apart, looking at you. It has a long, hooked nose, scraggly, dark green hair. It stands about 8 to 9 feet tall, and you hear it kind of grunting. It's sitting there going, ugh, and you kind of it turned its head just slightly over your shoulder, and you look in its general direction where it was looking, and you see another one approaching from the tree line and kind of walking at a brisk pace towards the cart in the clearing. So I'm going to move everybody over here.
Trolls.
And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
Hey. Ooh.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Okay, so
I need
get
some
my
light.
character moving onto the field.
Let's do...
Oh, I didn't put it.
Yeah, I don't see my character on the field. Easy too.
And you guys can put yourselves at anywhere on the road behind the cart.
I think I'm having issues putting my character up.
Well, you can get out of Roll20 and hop back in. That might fix it.
I'll refresh it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you, Axton. You're near the bottom.
Ah! Oh no, I just refreshed. Oh, there I am, yeah.
I'm gonna
I guess I was
set
up
us
ahead.
up with some music, and then we'll get going.
Anybody likes that
You
music?
know, I have such a hard time with YouTube with battle music because whoever makes the algorithm, they assume that I want like the most epic, god-killing music ever. And it's just like, dude, they're just battling some trolls. Like, can we just get some fight music going or what? Oh.
How do you add a turn again?
Powerful.
How do you what?
Oh,
How do you add a turn?
Click on your character and then roll initiative.
Ah.
all right, I guess Demon Hunter it is. Seems a little verbose, but I guess that'll have to do. I swear these creatures are not this epic.
Exactly what you want us to think.
No, go away.
I got something.
They're all epic level trolls. They're exalted.
Yeah. Let's roll for these dudes. Ooh, natural 20 on one of them. And 7 and a 7. So that's an 8, a 21 and an 8 and an 8. Okie dokie.
It's not letting me add my turn for whatever reason.
You click on your
All right.
character.
Yeah, there's no like option to add initiative.
That's weird. Normally, if you click on your character and then click on initiative, the turn order should appear.
Yeah, see, I did that, but
Yeah, that's weird.
that didn't work.
Yeah, you guys...
issue. It never allows me to add.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to figure out what the deal is with that, because you and Yuno both have had that problem, so let me go ahead and add both of you.
You have to have your token on the board.
Yeah, you have
I
to have
have
a
a token on the board though.
Yeah,
Wait.
we'll have to enter a, there you go, you guys can enter your numbers now, but we'll figure that out during the week, because it seems like every single week I have to add Yuno in. So
I had
Yuno and
3 of my
Koza, go ahead and
characters.
add your initiative.
I had 3 of my characters on the board.
Well, there are not 3 of you, so
Yeah, I got rid of 2 of them.
We need Marinor and Maven on the board too.
Maven is good. Baranor, I'll add his turn too. He's like super big. Why is he so big? There he goes. Adgear, you're super big too.
Already.
You rolled for you, but I don't see Baranor on here anywhere. So I'll add his turn.
It says I rolled for 10 for him.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, it says he rolled, but his turn order didn't show up.
No problem. All right. And go ahead and roll for you. That's 17, right? Yeah. I guess I'll hook you up there. Okay. And we'll descend this stuff. All right. That's a little loud for me. Let me turn that down a bit. There we go. Okay. So your cart is currently stuck in the stream. All of you I think all of you at this point are still on your horse except for Koza. And Baranor and Maven have departed the cart. So let's see. It is this one's turn first. He is going to use his 30 feet of speed to walk at a gentle pace, and he is going to come over right next to Axton, and he's going to swipe at the horses. So they are regular riding horses. Let's look up riding horses. Do they have an AC? I'm assuming they do.
They do, yeah.
Not mad.
Their normal AC is 10.
10,
13
got it.
hit points.
Okay. So. He is going to make 3 attacks, 1 with his bite and 2 with his claws, and he's going for the horse.
I only got like 13 hits.
That is a natural 1 on his bite, but his slices, his claws, one's a 14, one's a 13.
Don't forget, he is standing in the 30-foot deep water.
It's 30 feet across. It's not that deep.
3 feet deep.
3 feet deep. Oh, okay. Just checking.
Okay, so that's 2d6 for each attack. That's, oh boy. That's 9. That's 14, 1, and that's 15 plus 8 is 23. Okay, the first horse drops dead instantly. I mean, this thing just slashes it right across its throat, and you hear the horse go, and just drop straight into the water. That is going to end his turn. And just as a note,
part of the carts?
Yes, one of the horses. Yeah, this horse right here. Oh, why did it do that? For some reason, my mouse has been auto double clicking. Nope. Yeah, the first. Yeah, that one. Thank you. First one on the left drops dead, bleeding out of its neck, huge gashes across its neck, and you start to see the horse start to like slash at the straps that's holding the horse in place. But that's going to end his turn. Up next is Koza. Why did it do that? Don't do that. You're up, Koza.
Okay, so I want to cast Entangle on this. On this troll in a way that isn't going to affect either the horses or Axton. So I'm gonna have it because it's a 20 by 20 square. So I'm gonna have the corner be here, so that it goes up and then away from Axton.
You could center it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit it.
All right. So he has to make a strength, or no. Okay. He has to make a strength saving throw on his turn. And he's got to beat a 14.
Okay.
But for now, I'm going to... Let's see, how can I cast Thorn Whip as a bonus action?
Strength save, you said?
Yep.
His turn.
That is a 7.
Alright, well, he fails, so he is... He's entangled. Whatever the rules for those are.
Well, what does it say? Let's find out. Let's find out together.
Entangled.
How about... Where's the net? There's a net, right? Cool little net guy. I guess this will work.
He is restrained.
Restrained.
A restrained creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and it has disadvantage on dex saves.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he is all kind of bound up. Yeah, these watery vines erupt from the stream underneath it and wrap around its arms and legs and kind of cinch it into like a bundle. And you can just see this thing like kind of growl in confusion, not understanding what's happening to it. And it is currently restrained.
Okay, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to move about here. And
that's just your movement. Right on.
I cast Thorn Whip.
Okay.
Which is a D6, I believe.
Isn't Thorn Whip like an actual like action to cast?
Alright. It is an action.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, that'll end my turn.
Yeah, it's an action, not a bonus action.
That's okay.
Yeah, but it can't move. It's pretty well hobbled. All right. Next is Yuno with I gotta change your thing. You're not Kravisha anymore, unless you want to go back to it.
Oh, let me fix something. There we go.
Sazros on deck.
All right.
What you got,
so
Yuno?
Yuno is going to target. Hold on. Why are you not cooperating with me? This guy here.
Okay.
And Yuno's going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Ooh.
So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
That is
DC
not
16.
very good. Yeah, that's a 2 minus 1. So that's an unnatural 1.
So he is charmed and is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
All right.
Which this effect will end if he takes damage or another creature uses its action to shake him out of it. But he is charmed and cannot do shit.
Charmed, huh? You know, these little thingies are like so weird and generic, but they don't seem to have what I want. We'll go with this guy. There we go. Okay. He's charmed. What does what form does your hypnotic pattern take? How would you hypnotize a troll?
It's just a twisting pattern of colors that weave through the air, and then a brief pattern flashes, and whoever sees it has to, within the 30-foot cube, that is, has to pass the saving throw.
I imagine it's very psychedelic looking.
Yeah, probably like one of those little swirly patterns that go on the walls at a rave or something.
Or like those 3D pictures where they tell you there's a spaceship in there, but there's not a spaceship in there.
Nope, never found one.
It's like the Grateful Dead bears, just like moving over and over and over.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, that troll is...
So you can't tell that they're bears, and then it just stops, flashes bears for a second, and then disappears.
Yeah, that troll's like, whoa, you just blew that troll's very simple mind. All right, you've done your movement. Anything else?
That is it.
Okay, dokie. Sazaros.
All right. I am going to stay where I am. I am going to use my action to cast Spirit Guardians.
Cool. So what form do they take?
They take the form of Fey creatures, either angelic or Fey, so they are Fey.
Little fairies.
In that 15-foot radius that I just put up.
Ooh, cool. Okie doke. So that does hit the guy.
I've designated all of my companions as unaffected. However, if any creature crosses it, well, they get buzzsawed by the flitty fairies.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to use my bonus. And then I'm going to use a bonus action to look towards Axton and go, the odds are tough, but I know you are tougher, and give him a diabolic inspiration.
Right on. Axton, you feel inspired as the bard of your group kind of plucks a quick tune that just kind of catches you right in the right spot. Kind of reminds you of a song of home. You don't recognize it, but through magic, it's kind of got a way of weaving into your mind, and you feel invigorated and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So you get an extra D8.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okie doke. You gonna move around? Okay. Maven, you're up, with Baranor up next.
Excuse me. I guess I will try to get to as close to that guy as possible.
Yep.
You can get in melee range.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still not used to the whole thing yet. There we go. Get there. And then I'm gonna hit him twice with my staff, two-handed.
Okie doke.
And they are at advantage because he's entangled.
Okay, cool. 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
Okay. Gonna do
Wacka.
13 points of damage.
Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
23.
23. As you strike this creature with your staff, you notice that its skin and flesh, it gives a lot more than you'd expect with a creature of this size. It's almost like its skin is spongy, and as you strike it, a gout of green fluid just sprays all over the area in which you're standing, and you quickly dodge a few feet out of the way, and it just hits the water and continues downstream.
Awesome. Okay. So
How many points of damage was that again? I'm sorry.
It was 13.
13. Got it.
I guess I'll hit him again since I'm already here. Same
Okay.
stuff, two-handed. That's 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
And 12 points of damage.
All right, I need another dex save.
That'll be 29.
29, yeah, no problem. Yeah, you smack this thing with your staff. You notice this spray. You go to hit it again, and this time you're ready for it. As another spray of this. This time it gets real close to your nose as you kind of matrix flip away from it. And there's an acrid, like really disgusting, infectious smell attached to it, like something that's been festering in the sun all week. But it splashes right past you into the water and washes away.
And I think that'll be my turn for now.
All right. Baranor is up next with Axton Woodman Bloom. Bringing up the rear.
Okay.
Wait, where's Atgear? Atgear, oh, you're last.
Oh yeah, dead last.
The trolls might actually go ahead of me if they have a higher dex than me.
I doubt it. They got a +1. They got 13.
Yeah, so they go ahead of me.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. There we go.
Talk about lawful good.
Sorry?
I said, talk about lawful good.
Is that what accent is? Awful good?
Oh, let me take a look. No, I'm neutral.
You're true neutral?
I'm true neutral.
Wow, you should be a lot more selfish than you've been in the past.
For real.
You are not playing your alignment.
I'm doing things my own way.
Juju.
Okay. So, Baranor is gonna shoot 2 arrows at this guy.
Okay. 2 arrows. Shink, shink. Wow. Nice, that hits. That first one hits. Okay, and if you click longbow, you can actually deal damage for each of them. If you click longbow in the chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yep, that's okay. And then click it again. All right, 6 and 9. All right, Maven, I need you to make yet another dexterity saving throw as these arrows sail over your head straight into the troll, and it splashes this liquid in your direction again as Baranor is pretty much in line of sight with you and the troll.
It'll be 18, and then I need to do 2, right, for both hits? Because he hit it twice.
Yes.
Okay, so 18 for the first one and 20 for the second.
Yeah, you're dodging the heck out of these gouts. I mean, you're just kind of like letting it bleed all over the place, and just you guys all see this monk like do these cartwheels around the troll as these little explosions of blood or liquid from the troll's body just erupt around, and just the monk is just flipping around and completely missing all of these little gouts of fluid. It's quite impressive.
Yeah, so we all just kind of stop for a moment.
This troll is not going anywhere, however. Charm, I get to save against that, correct?
I thought he already did.
It is not a every turn type thing.
Okay.
He failed.
Yeah.
He is done.
All right. So this troll, you notice this troll just kind of wander in a circle and looking at the grass and not really interested in you guys at all. This one, however, is... Oh, no, that's this guy's turn. Okay, hold on. Wait one. Rewind. This guy is going to make way for this horse that has been felled. And noticing that it is dead, he is going to slice at the straps, which the straps do have an AC. They are leather, and that it makes it. Has a high strength, and he's going to grab the horse and take off into the woods. And let's see, he was right here, right?
He was.
So that is 20, so he's going to make it back here. He's going to turn around and leave, which gives Axton an attack of opportunity.
Okay, let's see.
He's going to make off with one of the horses.
The dead one, right?
27 to hit.
27 hits, 11 slashing. How far away are you? Are you using your halberd?
I am not. I said I was going to be practicing with my sword for the competition, so...
Okay, so 11 slashing. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sorry, I'm not quite done yet. Instead of make sure he doesn't get away, I'm going to do a trick attack to see if he actually stays.
Okay. You're right. That's my bad. Hold on. I'm subtracting 11 from his HP. There we go. Okay. Strength save, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's an 18 plus 4 is 22.
Yeah, he gets away. And then I'll do my dex save.
Yeah.
No, I get hit with acid.
All right. Let's see here. No good. All right, so as you kind of slice into its back, as it turns its back to you, you open up this wide, 3-foot wide, 2-inch wide gash in its back, and it kind of, but it doesn't break its stride. However, it does spray this large this large gout, this spray of this acrid, stinking liquid onto you, you take 2, 4, 5 points of poison damage. And you are considered poison.
What? I don't get like any. Okay, I don't get any like Constitution save. It's just automatic. You're poisoned.
Let me look it up. You might be right. You might not be poisoned. Hold on.
Yeah, that's great.
Do. Oh, no, it's just poison damage. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cool.
Okay, so that's about as far away as it got. And now it is this other one's turn, and that one is not going anywhere. Okay, Axton Woodman Bloom, followed by Akir.
Okay, well, I guess I will take 2 strikes on the one that's here that's entangled.
Okay.
Where's my sword? Swing. I get hit with acid again. And I'll use my inspiration die on the second one.
Okay.
Where's the D8 too?
So let's see. You hit with the first one. You missed your dex save. Okay. So that's another 9 points of poison damage. As this thing is splashing on top of you. Your second one was a
18.
12 plus 6. That definitely hits. Yep.
Because I have great weapon fighting, I'm going to re-roll that one that I rolled.
Okay.
I gotta find the D6, that's all.
Which one are you re-rolling? The slashing damage?
The slashing damage, yeah.
Okay. So that 15 sticks.
So that's 4 plus 6 plus 5, so that's 15 damage instead of 10 damage.
Okay. Yeah, this guy is not... I need you to make another dex save. This guy's not looking good. You actually cut off one of his arms. It just slops to the ground, unmoving.
Okay, I guess I will use my action surge to make another 2 attacks.
Okay.
Where is it? Oof. That's an auto fail.
Swing and miss.
Yep.
So my second attack.
You should be rolling with advantage.
Oh, you're right. I should be.
Yeah.
So that's 26.
So, yep. I'll count that for the first attack.
Okay. And
then roll with
that
advantage again. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll re-roll that one. That one. Or 2. So that's actually 11 damage.
Okay.
And my second attack. Oh, click on advantage. That's right. Great sword. 17 to hit. And I'll re-roll both of those 2s. So 9 plus 5 is 14. And you want me to make 2 more dex saves, I'm guessing?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, that's normal.
And I forgot. I'm gonna need. Hey, Maven.
She's getting hit too?
Oh yeah, I need you to make 5 dex saves.
Okay, so we got 28, 23, 15, 15 again, and 23 again.
All right, hold please. Okay, they all passed. They all passed. You are one dexterous lady.
Yes, I am.
And you're like a Jedi on crack.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is bleeding all over the place. So here's what happens. It falls
dodging
down.
blood.
Yeah, it falls down and slumps on the ground.
Good to know, good to know.
All right. That's a successful dex save.
Yep, both of them. 20. and
All right.
16. I then use my bonus action to recover some hit points.
Okay. Next up is Atgeir.
1d10.
Oh, yeah.
You're up, fool.
Right, so
3 plus 6 is 9.
don't want to cover people in acid.
Oh, wait, sorry. I want to move too.
Okay. Go ahead and move. It is lying on its side. It is not. Doesn't look like it has any reach, and doesn't look aggressive at you at all.
9. It's 43.
Okay.
Throw a torch on it.
Yes, I know. Not actually dead. But my character
Is
doesn't
it?
know that.
Right, so this guy is immobilized, right? Did I hear that?
Yes. Yep. The one down on the bottom cannot move.
Does that mean if I attack it, it's at advantage?
Yes.
And then he
I would
wakes
assume
up.
so.
Alrighty. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna start chucking daggers.
Dagger, dagger.
Dagger, 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 dagger. I
Now-
wanna try out. Yep.
Unfortunately, you did not specify that you were attuning to the poof poof dagger, so that one will not. You will not retain any benefits of it. It will just be a regular dagger until you do that.
Noted. In that case, I'm just gonna throw out my regular daggers. Dagger, dagger.
Okay.
Your
Your black daggers.
hopefully that's a hit. And
That is definitely a hit.
awesome. I forgot to turn Sucker Punch on, so my bad. Follow up dagger, dagger. 14 to hit.
Okay.
So
For a
between
total of
26.
26. Got it.
Oh, thunk.
Okay. Okay. Your daggers are stuck in its flesh. Which daggers were you throwing?
My regular old daggers. I think I have 4 of those. Well, I have the black steel ones, and then I have my other daggers.
So which ones did you throw?
My shitty daggers.
Okay.
Why? Does it look like anything's going on? I still got my blacks. I'm down to my black steel, so I know what I'm throwing next time.
No, you don't notice any chicanery. It's just I needed to know which ones they were.
Dragon.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I should probably make that different. There we go.
He is no longer charmed, by the way.
Yeah, he is woke up. All right, Akir, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So the troll that Axon that cut his arm off actually stands upright. And he is restrained, yes?
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
And do I get a save against that at all?
I'll take a look.
Oh wait, technically, had that... Hold on a second. Alright, never mind.
Creature restrained by the planes can use his action to make a strength saving check
Yeah, he's gonna do
equal
that.
to the spell DC.
He's going to try to
It
get
doesn't
up.
say that it does that every turn, though.
Well, it says on its turn, a creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a
All
strength
right.
save.
Ooh, that's a natural 20 again. Okay, that's a 24.
Okay. However, if it does try to move, it is considered difficult terrain.
Right. He is going to move. Where the heck? I got way too many damn windows open. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. Okay, don't need this either. All right. He is going to move over here out of the monk's melee, so you can take an attack of opportunity, Maven.
That's a 23 to hit.
All right, go ahead and roll damage. And give me a dex save.
That'll be 12 damage and 24 for my dex save.
He drops again. He drops down to the ground again. You hit him so hard you knocked him out.
What can I say? It's what I do.
Come on. Oh my god. Okay. For some reason, my mouse has been like double clicking. Anybody never heard of that before? There we go.
It's weird.
It's very weird. It's been happening. I'm either gonna try buying a new mouse, and if it's not the mouse, it's my laptop, and I'm gonna have to figure out why. Anyway, so it loses its turn, falls down right where it went, and it is Koza's go.
All right, I'm going to move this way.
You need fire to keep it out. Or acid.
If I cast Entangle again and center it where it would hit both trolls, would they both be affected?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or-
Then I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna center it like here.
Okay.
Okay.
I like where your head's at.
They're both restrained.
Well, the one auto fails because it's unconscious,
Okay.
and that's a what? What kind of save is that?
Strength save.
That's a strength save, and he's got to be a
That's a 19.
Oh.
But this one's
Carry
auto
on.
entangled.
Well, okay.
It's still considered difficult terrain, so it's going to make him use up a lot of his movement.
Yeah. Oh, I found the net. Here we go.
Yay! And then I'm gonna see if
I want a
Wish you
weapon
could see
with
those
an angle
better.
on
It doesn't.
spray.
Can you guys really see that? That doesn't
I
look
can
like
see
a
him in the
net to
corner.
me. Oh, he's already got a
Kind of.
spider web.
They already got a web on him.
There. Okay.
I can't really cast anything as a bonus action.
There's not very many wizard bonus action spells until later.
Yeah, and I'd only let you cast a cantrip as a bonus action if you casted a cantrip as a action. Or, I mean, any of the spells that can be cast as a bonus action, you can only do that if your action was used on a cantrip.
Oh.
That's how that works.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
Well, then that ends my turn again.
Okay. You're up. Sazros, you're next. Make it cool.
Let's see. These two are both still alive, but one's unconscious, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, so Yuno is going to cast... Yuno's going to cast Shatter. And center it right in the middle of these two. So it's only going to affect them and not the rest of the party. And they are going to have to make a Constitution save. DC 16.
Okay. The one definitely passed. He got a natural 18, and he's got a con of +5. So that's 23. The other one got a 7 plus 5 is 12.
Okay, so the one takes half damage, and the other one is going to take full.
Well, the one on the ground is unconscious, so he takes full negative whatever.
So full is 18.
Saving throw.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't. He would take full anyway.
That is all a fail.
Yeah, it's an auto fail. Yep. But I like to roll dice, so whatever.
So whoever failed takes 18 points, and any that pass take half.
Okay, the one that's still up takes half. So let me assign those. He takes 9, so that's got it. Okay. Yeah, you all see the rain that's like his or not rain. It's not raining. The troll, both of their bodies sort of shake and shiver, and all this like green liquid starts to like spray out from every pore in its body. It's very unsettling, and you see the creature open its mouth wide. Some of its teeth starts to crack and break. It sort of falls to its knee and just sort of starts grunting and gets back up and snarls at you. The other one just sits there like a bump on a log.
And that'll end Geno's turn.
All right. Sazos, you're up. Maven, you're up next.
Right, I'm going to use my movement to come up here to the head of the cabinet.
I'm going to need you to make an acrobatics check because you are climbing over the cart.
I'm trying to get on top of the cart.
Yeah, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Acrobatics, all right, you lose half your movement because you slip on the wheels as they're very slippery.
Okay, so that's pretty much where I'm going to end up. I was hoping to try to get both of them, but whoever gets caught gets to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, he auto fails.
Yeah, so he's going to take... Yeah, am I able to get both of them in? Because I can't, it snaps to either grid. I was hoping to try to get to a point where I could get both of them in it.
No, because I'm saying that you slipped getting up there. You lost half your movement, so I would say you're actually like right here.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So he takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Radiant damage.
What type of attack was that? Sacred Flame or something?
Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guard. Yeah.
Yeah, his flesh is just getting ripped apart by these little tiny fairies.
So he takes 15 points of radiant damage.
He is still at 0.
All right, and that ends my turn.
Is that just your...
I'm going to use...
Yeah, I was going to say that's just your movement. You can do an action as long as it doesn't require concentration.
Yeah, there's something that doesn't require concentration.
Yeah, you can throw a rock at him.
I can throw a rock at him if I wanted to. I looked at Axe and I go, "Are you good? Do you need healing?"
Only taking a few points. I'm doing fine.
You're fine. Okay.
But this one keeps getting back up.
Right, and I don't have any flame-based spells. Let's see. All right, I will look towards the one that's still standing and begin to play a very ominous, discordant melody and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh. It's a wisdom save, yes?
That is correct.
That is a 11, which brings it to a 10.
And so it takes 4 points of psychic damage. And it also failed. It must use its reaction, if available, to move as far away from us. Or far away from me.
All right, you are right there. So let's say it is clutching. It is currently. Oh no, it's not actually. It didn't do anything.
Also, reminder, Joe, that it is in difficult terrain for 20 feet.
Oh yeah, you're right. So it only moves to here. Okay.
You can only move up to like 15 feet.
Yeah, right there. Okay. Right on. Maven, you're next. Baranor is after her.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is
Not get hit with poison? Is that what you're gonna do?
yeah, probably. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is... Here we go, there's that. I'm gonna move...
Just a reminder, all this area around here is difficult terrain.
You know, I think I can... what's the range on that? I think I can do something here.
20-foot square.
Let's see... 20-foot square. Where is it centered on?
I believe it was right here or right here. One of those, I believe. Right? Who cast it? Was it Yuno?
There. No, it was
actually
Koza.
right here.
Koza.
I thought it was centered
Okay.
here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, shoot, how do I get rid of it?
That's pretty cool that you can make a square. It's awesome.
Yeah. There we go. And move it. Oh, crap. Come on.
How to make that square? I'll draw shapes.
Like this?
Yep.
Okay, that's difficult terrain.
Okay,
So through that square, your speed is halved.
Also, a reminder right here is also difficult terrain from the first entangle unless it's removed after you lost concentration.
That depends. Hey, Noah, is that spell concentration based?
Oh, entangle is concentration based.
Is it
Concentration.
Yeah,
you're in. Okay, so that first square dropped.
Yeah, this one's gone. This one over here is gone.
Okay.
Okay, Maven, what you doing?
Okay, so I think I'm going to move there. And then... Cool. And then I'm going to use the Radiant Sunbolt to attack.
Cool.
Cool.
Is that something that you like fling at it?
I use my my holy symbol and I hold it out in front of me and it kind of just arcs out.
Got it.
Okay, so that is going to be 24 to hit.
24 hits.
And then that's going to be 11 radiant damage.
All right. You hold out your symbol of Pelor, and this bright yellow bolt of lightning just kind of arcs in odd, erratic directions, impacts the center of this ogre, or this troll's chest, blasts it onto its back for a few moments, and it picks itself back up. You now see a sort of a not charred, but like a blasted section where there's like a hole in its chest, and it's just leaking this nasty liquid all over down the front of its body.
Okay.
Yeah, these things are nasty.
Okay, I'm gonna do that one more time for my two
Okay.
attacks. Sorry, I was reading that thing to make sure that it wasn't like I could only do it one time. That's 26 to hit and 11 points again for radiant damage.
Another 11 points, another arc of energy flies off your Pelorian symbol and just cuts through the moisture in the air and just blasts a huge chunk out of its shoulder. And it just looks down and kind of slobbers this nasty, pale, snot-like green liquid out of its mouth as it just salivates thinking about eating you.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna spend 2 key points and do the Burning Hands spell. It's a 15-foot cone.
Cool.
And that's a dex save.
All right. Oh, they are not very dexterous at all. Ooh, that's a natural 2 for a 3.
Okay, he takes 16 points of fire damage.
Okie dokie. Okay. All right, and he is currently on fire. You guys see this thing start to like wave its hands in the air and scream and screech this horrible high-pitched squeal you wouldn't expect from a creature so large. As it's kind of dancing in place, trying to put itself out.
Is there like an on fire symbol?
Maybe. That's a good question. Not really. Well, I'll do this. But he's on fire! He's on fire. Okay. What's next? That it?
Yep, that's it. That's everything.
All right. Now Baranor gets to shoot his little bow.
Yep.
It's not little.
He is going to move here, so he has a clear line of sight, and fire 2 more arrows at this guy over here. I don't know who to make them.
I imagine you mean the lower right one?
Yes. I'm not sure to do this thing yet.
Alright, 1 arrow hits, the other sails fruitlessly over the troll's head into the forest.
Okay. 9 points of damage.
Alright.
And then... Okay, and I think that's all he can do at the moment, and he's good at the distance he is, so that'll end his turn.
So as Baranor fires his first arrow, the first arrow sinks into the troll's body, and you see it start to smoke and smolder, and the arrow actually, where it's actually buried in his chest, it separates as the wood has rotted and melted, and it just kind of falls to the ground. This freaks him out a little, and he misses with his second shot. It is, however, this guy's turn.
Which guy? This guy?
This guy.
That guy, this guy.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, you can make
This guy.
Okay.
He is going to use his full movement and run right up to Baranor. And let's see here. First off, he is going to... You notice that the wounds in his chest start to close a little bit. And he is going to regenerate. All right. And as his wounds close, he's going to raise his arms high above his head, and his mouth opens up like the size of a trash can, and he's going to clamp it around Baranor and take all 3 attacks on Baranor. And that is natural 20 on one, 19 plus 7 on another, and a 16 plus 7 on the other. All 3 hit.
Yes, they do.
All right. Let's see here. That's 1d6. So that's 6 plus 4 is 10 points of piercing damage on the bite. And 10, 15, 17 points of slashing damage on the claws. Right across his chest. I mean, he just takes this full force attack right into his chest cavity. I mean, you see pieces of Baranor flying off of him, and he's just bleeding all over the place.
Oh,
but that's going to be his turn.
It was 17, and then I can't remember the first one.
The first one was 6 plus 1, which is 7.
7. Okay, so 24. Got it.
No, sorry, 10. 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
6 plus 4.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
27 total.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still up.
That ends his turn. Okay. That is going to end that troll's turn. However, it is now this guy's turn. Yep. And he is going to He is on fire, but he's going to move towards the monk, and he's going to do the same thing. These are very simple creatures. They have simple designs to their strategy. He's just going to rip into you, Maven. So this is the bite. That's a 13 plus 7. That's an unnatural 20.
That barely hits.
All right. So that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage that bites down hard on your arm as you try to block it. And then it's going to slash at you with both of its... One of those is a natural 1. One of them is a natural 19 plus 7, which is 26.
Okay.
So he is going to totally miss where you actually catch his hand. Okay? But as you do, you notice his other hand is free, and he just slashes hard into your gut for, let's call that 8 plus 4. 8 plus 4, that's 12 points of slashing damage. It just rakes across your stomach, cutting your clothes, spilling your blood all over the place.
Okay, I have all of that marked down.
All right, and that's going to end his turn. Axton, you are next.
Let me
With
see.
Atgeir bringing up the rear.
I'm going to take out one of my torches,
Okay.
and I'm going to light it. And where's that mouse? Here it is. And then walk up to this one here, and then burn them.
Okay, that's going to take up an action.
That'll be one of my attacks.
Okay.
And then
Well, that's
I'll
going
walk
to take up one. That's going to take one of your actions.
That whole maneuver of lighting a torch and putting it on fire.
That whole you're having 2 attacks per action.
Yeah.
Okay, taking out a torch, lighting it, and throwing it on the troll. That's an encompassing action.
It's basically the use an object action.
But in doing so, you notice that the flesh of this troll shrivels around its bones and kind of recedes and shrinks and dissolves. And this troll...
Can I roll like a nature's check to see if I even know that my character would know that the troll is weakened by fire? Because I'm thinking about it now. My character may not know this.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hold on. Make a perception check instead. Okay, with a 26, now make a nature check. Okay, that's not... I don't consider that a failure in this case. You saw Maven perform that burning hands on the troll that she's dealing with, and noticed that it was horribly reactive to fire, and that was enough connective tissue in your brain to put together that maybe these things are weak against fire. You've been fighting now for a while. You've been smart enough to know, hey, does the thing that I'm fighting have a weakness? What is it? Oh, and if you feel like maybe this is it. So I'll totally allow that.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you totally destroy this troll into bones that are being now washed away into the river.
Excellent. I guess that will end my turn, since that's both my attack action, or my action.
Yep. Okay. Would you like to use any movement?
Oh yeah, I'll try to use some more movement. Actually, wait.
Cool. Atgeir, you're up. Koza, you're next.
Ooh. Right. So, Atgeir is going to run right on in. And is it possible to grab the daggers that are already stuck inside this thing?
You can certainly try.
Nah, I think
Go
I'm
ahead
just
and make
gonna
it
I think I'm just gonna use my
If
other
you want
dagger.
to, I'll have you roll.
Nah, I still got the black steel. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Wish me luck.
So you're up in its space right now. You're inside of its space.
Oh yeah. I'm not throwing. I'm just straight up stabbing.
Okay.
Is there a way to use my movement to go behind it so that when I stab it, I don't cover Baranor in crazy?
Well, you can certainly use your movement to maneuver yourself wherever you want within your movement range.
Sweet. Let's see. I got
You'd only
20.
have to move outside of its melee to get an attack of opportunity.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna circle around back and hope that does not spray Varanor.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stab away.
Again, you can't be sharing the same space as it. You have to be
Yeah,
either
you
right behind
gotta move outside of its space there, at gear.
Got it.
There you go.
And if you get directly on the other side of that corner, you'd actually be possibly flanking. I don't know.
My guy just snaps.
Maybe, I don't know.
So.
Yeah.
Well, where were you? Where were you?
Right here.
What's your
20
speed?
move. 20.
You'd have to go like this.
Alright, in that
You'd
case,
actually
I'll
only be
use
here.
In that case, I would use the rogue cunning action to dash to get behind him. I
Okay.
can't do 2 attacks, but I can still do 1.
Okay, so that definitely would get you there.
Okie doke.
No problem.
Dabbing time. What was that about flanking?
You get advantage.
Oh, cool.
Yep. If you have a player character on the opposite side of the creature you're fighting, you get
It
advantage.
has to be on the exact opposite side of it.
13. Say it.
Ooh, that is not enough, unfortunately. You slice into it, and you actually kind of, these things are wearing like very, very rudimentary, like old, rotted skins as loincloths, and you actually slice the loincloth instead of the flesh, and the loincloth falls to the ground, and you see this little troll junk.
Those are not to the jewels I normally go for. Just saying.
No, they're pretty hideous. They're pretty stinky. You're being treated to a spell you've never had before.
That wounds us more than the actual bite.
Yeah, but you don't get sprayed with anything.
Hey.
God.
All right, that's me.
All right, Koza and Yuno, you're next. Koza.
Sorry, I was muted.
That's a
Okay, so I want to move. Can I get over here? Okay, yeah, I can get there. I'm gonna move up here and cast. I'll cast Thorn Whip on this guy.
Cool.
All right.
what is that? A 15-foot reach?
Yeah. Yep, that reaches. Okay. Let me just. Alrighty.
That hits. That's not like a dex save or anything, right? That just hits.
I
I don't think it is.
don't think it's a dex save, but let me just make sure.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't see anything about a dex save.
Nope.
Okay.
Me neither.
So he takes 1d6 piercing damage. Just roll that real quick. He takes 1 point of piercing damage.
Still
I
counts.
helped. I helped.
All right.
Pass the save.
He doesn't have to save against Thorn.
Yeah, it's not a dex save. It's just
Thorn Whip lets you have to make a save, otherwise he gets pulled 10 feet closer to you, doesn't he? If they attack hits, you can pull the creature closer to you up to 10 feet.
Oh, he's right.
Read your spells. Everybody, read your spells.
Now, it's your choice if you want to. You don't have to.
I'm not going to because I don't want to like trample Maven.
No, but Maven is going to have to make a dex save.
Okay.
That she will definitely pass.
21.
Know that.
Because monks.
Yep. I mean, you kind of do this cool little like swan dive move where you twist in the air and then land 3-point landing on your feet as the spray of poison just sails cleanly over your head. It doesn't even get in your hair.
No.
I don't know that I've ever been able to dodge troll blood.
I practiced.
Now.
She's been doing it all day. All right, Yuno, you're up. Sazros, you're on deck.
Yuno's going to cast Firebolt on this guy right here.
Okie dokie doke.
And that is a unnatural 20 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
And 17 points of fire damage.
Alright, I need Baranor to make a dex save. How many points did you say?
17.
And Atgear needs to make a dex save too.
Yeah, both Atgear and Baranor need to make dex saves. Okay, hold on.
Oh, that should be a 9. So.
Awesome.
Alright. Both Atgear and Baranor both take 8.
Is this poison?
Yep, 14 points of poison damage.
So, tracking. So, I think I have that because I'm a dwarf.
You have poison resistance or something?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's only half,
Yuno, as a bonus action, Yuno, after casting Firebolt, is going to use my telekinetic power and pull the dwarf 5 foot back out of the range. Because as long as he allows me to, he doesn't have to make a save.
Woot!
Oh, yeah, but that's after the attack. So that he still takes the poison damage.
That's fine. I'll take the 4 poison damage.
It was 4 points?
It was 8, but I get to have it because I'm a dwarf who drinks too much.
Gotcha.
His body is very, very used to poison. Okay, do you still want to do that, though? Okay. Alright. No movement? Okay. Sazaros, you're up. Maven is next.
Alright, I'm going to use my movement. Actually, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to, again, tune up Dissonant Whispers for this fine gentleman right over here.
Okay.
That guy.
Good.
That's a natural 1.
Nice, 10 psychic damage.
On which one?
Him.
Okay. How much damage is that?
10 psychic, and he must use his reaction if available to get as far away from me as he can.
Alright, he's gonna run right over Atgear, so Baranor and Atgear both get attacks of opportunity, and he does not splash blood all over the place. Because psychic damage is one of the ones that he doesn't get affected by.
Oh man, I'm rolling so low.
Okay, you hucked a firebolt at him, right?
Sorry, Atgear,
So
your
he
attack
is
is at advantage
on
because you're
fire.
flanking.
Oh,
Baranor, your attack is at advantage because you guys were flanking.
in that case, let me press a button. Still not good enough.
Yeah, kinda. And he's on fire.
Nice.
There we go. Okay.
So Atgear
These
can't
guys
do
are not looking
anything.
too good. Not looking too good. They're still up. This one's not looking too good at all, but this one down here is still pretty put together. Alright. Sazaros, you all set?
Then I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on Baranor.
Thank you.
Baranor. Okay.
And I'm going to upcast it at 2nd level.
Nice. Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to move, Sazaros?
I'm going to stay where I am, protect the cart.
Don't forget you also have your concentration spell up.
Right, my Spirit Guardians. I mean, I'll recenter myself into the wagon here, but yeah, I'm going to stay where I am right here. Or I am squishy.
Makes sense.
And the last place you want me to be is right in the middle of a melee fight.
Alright. Maven.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take 2 swings with my quarterstaff, two-handed.
Okay. Rolling those dice, quite literally, with this venom attack. She does not give an F.
No. 18 to hit.
That does hit. You are surgical with that thing.
9 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
And then the second
9
one.
points. It is still on fire. Hold on a minute. Okay. Let's see here. You hit it with burning hands. That's why it's on fire, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
2 rounds go.
Okay. Actually, it was last round.
Oh, last round, excuse me.
That's okay. Because I have to keep track of that. Okay, sorry. You did 11 points of damage. That's the last I knew. What else are you doing?
It was 9 points of damage, and then the second hit was a 13 to hit. I don't think that hits.
Nope.
Okay. So then I need to make a dex save.
You need to make a dex save for only one of them.
That'll be a 22 for the dex save.
Oh yeah, that's no problem at all. You're not even doing this in a fancy way anymore. You're just kind of sidestepping to the left, sidestepping to the right.
And I'm over here jotting notes for my next, tale of daring do.
You're also jotting little jig notes too, like little dances that you can incorporate into your performances based on what she's doing. It's pretty impressive. All right, Baranor. What's Baranor doing?
Baranor is... Let me see. Okay. He's going to move just a little bit that way, and then he's going to cast... What is it? Cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Right on.
Okay, and he heals for 7 more points. And then that's going to be his turn.
Okay. It is the troll's turn. The troll. Let's see. On its turn, it is... Let's see here. I have to read something. Okay. It does not... You notice that its wounds are not closing. However, the fire... The amount of flames that are licking up its body, they go out. But you notice that its wounds are not healing. And it's going to rush Atgeir and just go full bore on Atgeir. Bite, claw. Slashy. Alright, the bite's a natural 1. Ooh, these are bad rolls. Bad rolls. What do I add to these? Ugh. Okay, one is a 11, the other is a 13.
Neither hit.
Yeah, he's so terribly distracted by the fact that he was just on fire that he just kind of blindly, in a blind rage, just starts hacking away at you, and you're able to just kind of dodge real quick in and out of the way.
And I scrambled his brain a little bit ago.
All right. This one, however, is no longer on fire. And it is also going to, you notice that its wounds start to heal. Little by little, just little by little. Because Maven attacked it 2 turns ago. Alright. So. And this time it's going to go towards Koza. Koza looks like a nice squishy meal. And it's going to bite.
Does Maven get an attack of opportunity?
No, he's not moving outside of her melee range.
Okay.
That's a... Oh boy. 25 to hit. That's for the bite. So that is 9 points of piercing damage for Koza. And a 19 and another 18. So
For that 19,
25.
I use a bardic inspiration die and cast Cutting Words.
Okay.
So that means we go over here, Cutting Words. So I expend a bardic inspiration die, and I deduct 5 from that attack roll.
So that's a 14. Does that hit?
He's muted again.
Koza!
Sorry, I don't know why it keeps.
That's okay.
It's like my computer's like taking forever to register that I'm clicking.
Well, make it not that.
Well, first and foremost, I'm going to, if it hasn't already dispelled.
No, it's not your turn, bud.
Oh.
You're being attacked.
You 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah, your first attack. Did you register that? Did you register with the first attack?
No, my character sheet went away.
Oh
Okay.
boy,
I'm having all kinds of issues.
it's all chaos over there.
Yep. Okay. How much is the first attack?
The first attack was for 9 points of piercing damage.
Yikes. Okay.
And the second, the second 2 attacks, because it has 3. The first was a 19 reduced to 14. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that was wasted.
Nice try, Sazaros. So that is going to be 4d6 plus 8. Ooh, I rolled low. You're lucky. 3, 6, 12... 20 points of slashing damage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm not looking good.
All 3 hit. That's what happens when you mess with a troll, folks. They are nasty, nasty.
Yikes.
But that's going to end its turn, and it's Axton's turn.
How are the 2 up close to me? How are they looking?
Where are you? You're,
Up there.
there's only one up there.
Oh yeah, but I mean, how are my allies up here doing? Like, how's the cleric
I don't
monk
know.
and the wizard doing?
I don't know. You mean that your allies?
Yeah, how are they doing? Like, are they damaged? Like,
Oh yeah, everyone's getting hurt today.
Yeah, I can be there. I can direct traffic. I mean, I can tell you. Koza's beat up. Koza just took a nasty shot. Maven's doing all right.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good.
okay,
You saw
well,
the torch.
yeah.
Yeah, that was huge. That's pretty awesome.
So I'll get on the other side of the troll and attack him with the torch.
Okay.
The torch attack, I don't think that would be an improvised weapon attack.
Yeah, and I would just count it as fire damage.
Okay.
Although, are you using a separate torch? Because you said you dropped the torch onto the troll, and the troll was in water, so I would say that torch is out.
Okay, sure. I can use a separate torch.
Okay. How many you got? 10?
Well, after this will be. I'll have 7 left after this one.
Right on.
So rolling
And
the
can you move over 5 more feet?
to him. Me?
Yeah, do you have that movement?
Yeah, I was right here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah.
Okay, because then you can flank.
Oh, that flanking was directly across.
Yeah, that would be right here. That's directly opposite.
I thought this was directly opposite of her.
No,
Okay,
this is 180 degrees from where you are.
perfect. That's fine with me.
Yep.
Okay, I'll roll my d20 at advantage.
Yikes.
Hold on.
Plus your strength, right?
That's right. So plus 5. So that's 14 to hit. But
Not good enough.
sorry, I'll use my precision attack.
Okay.
So my precision attack is another D8. So even if they roll a 1, I'll hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. It's got to be a 1 or that's all you need. Yeah, 4. Yeah, definitely, you hit it.
Cool. So whatever the fire damage would be for a torch.
Yeah, roll a D4.
D4. Three fire damage.
3 fire damage, and it is re-infired. Re-infirated. Oop.
So I guess that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Headgear.
Let's get to it.
Guys are chopping these things up little by little.
Right, so no longer at advantage. Stabby stab. There we go. Finally,
All right.
I imagine 9 is insufficient.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
So
Are you using your black steel daggers?
Yep.
All right.
So I finally managed to land a hit with one of them.
I'm guessing you're stabbing and removing them like a. Okay. Interesting note. That definitely hits. That's 10 points of damage. And point of order. When you pull the blade, the one that actually hit, because the other one just kind of like stabbed into it's got like hair in its armpit area. You just kind of slashed at it and didn't really do much. When you stabbed it right in the gut and pulled the blade out, you notice there is a large amount of poison that has like actually seeped into the ridge, the hollow tube-like area of the dagger, and your dagger is now poisoned.
Now we're cooking with gas. Let's go.
And since we all like rules around here, these things are not, are they? I don't think they are. Nope, they are not immune to poison. So you can technically poison them with their own blood. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. The next time you stab somebody with that dagger, you're going to add 3d6 poison damage.
Deal. All right, deal.
Okay?
Got it. 3d6.
Yep, and now I need you to make a dex save.
Got it. And the type of damage is poison. Noted. And dex save. 13.
Ooh. Not good enough.
Oh.
You take 8. 12 points of poison damage. As you retrieve the blade and go to look at it, you're like, huh, it's filled with poison now. And it just sprays all over your face.
Hey, I should have seen that coming. But that is my turn, folks.
All right. Koza, you're up. You know you're on deck.
All right. I am going to...
This one's looking real bad.
Yeah, seeing Maven continuously being sprayed with troll blood, I'm going to back up about 5 feet.
All right, he's going to swipe at you.
If I can.
Oh, yeah, you can. You're in the trees now, but he's going to swipe at you anyway for a... 15 or 16 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
All right.
Dang it. I'm like, this might be very bad.
That's 4 points of slashing damage.
Oh, boy. Yay.
All right. What would you like to do?
I'm going to, knowing that they are not immune to poison, I'm going to cast Poison Spray on him. Let me see if that's a dex save or not. I don't think it is, but... no, he has to make a con save.
Alrighty. Con save it is. That's 10. total.
It fails.
All right.
Alright, so he takes 1d12 poison damage.
Ooh.
Kill
it! Come on, you can do this.
Alright, so I add my spell attack bonus.
Harder.
I add my spell attack bonus to damage or to see if it hits?
That's just to see if it hits.
Okay. In that case. Oh, come on!
Dang, the dice gods hate you today.
Yeah, I'm not rolling great.
Alright, well, you still hit it, and it covers it with this spray, but we'll say the troll being on fire is kind of moving around a lot and not really easily hit, so you just kind of catch its foot.
Okay, for my
but you still hit it.
My bonus action, I use one ability. As a bonus action, I can magically turn invisible until the start of my next turn. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay, yeah, you're already kind of like half cover deep in the trees, and let's see here, Axton, you're pretty.
Just disappear into the leaves.
Yeah, Axton, you're kind of looking at Koza disappear into the woods, and you wouldn't think that he would be hidden, but all of a sudden he kind of vanishes. Like he's not that far into the woods to where he would be completely covered by foliage, but all of a sudden he just vanishes. You're like, huh, okay. Alright,
Yuno is going to huck a firebolt at this guy.
Okie dokie.
And that is going to be 24 to hit.
Definitely hits. Aki, I need you to ready a deck save.
Look it up.
2d10. Where'd my d10 go? Just had them. Or did I?
I'll just roll that dex now.
Okay. That is going to be 13 points of fire damage.
Alright. It is on fire once again. You manage to dodge out of the way of its poison attack, or its poison reaction, where it sprays all over the place, splashing the ground with poison spray. But it is now on fire. Anything else?
And, I'm going to move. Boom.
Okay. Sazros, you're up. Yep, sorry. Sazros, you're up. Maven, you're on deck.
All right, let's see what I got. I am going to use my cantrip. I am going to cast Vicious Mockery on this fella right there.
Down here?
Yes, for a whole one. If he fails his wisdom save, he takes a whole point of psychic damage.
Well, he's not very wise.
That'll teach him.
That's a natural 2 for a 1. So he takes 1 point of psychic damage. All right.
Yeah, he'd have to understand it in order to be insulted by it.
Right. Well, they're not totally stupid. They have an intelligence of 7.
Right.
That's not completely helpless.
No.
That's just slightly dumber than Atgeir.
I mean, a dog has an intelligence of 3.
Yeah. Hey, Koza. Hey, Koza. Hey, when you went invisible, that's not concentration, is it?
I don't think so. I think I can just do it. It says until the start of my next turn or until I attack.
So I'm gonna call that and say that's concentration. So this rough terrain is gone. That sounds like concentration to me.
Okay.
All right, Maven, you're up. Baranor's next.
Okie dokie. Okay, cool. I'm going to just once again hit it twice with my quarterstaff.
Okay,
At advantage because we're flanking.
that's correct.
Okay, so the first one is 20 to hit.
Man, what's your minimum to hit? I think we've all figured out this thing's AC is 15.
It's +8 to hit.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 7 points of damage.
All right.
And then 24 to hit.
Uh-huh.
With 9 points of damage.
Ooh. All right, give me 2 dex saves. This thing is falling apart. Each one of your strikes, one knocks off an arm, the other knocks off its foot. And you're
19
just
and 20.
taking huge, yeah, you're dodging these left and right. No surprise there. And just knocking chunks of this thing's flesh off of its body. And it is not looking good. Looks like it's even having trouble keeping what little body it has left together. Like it's starting to drip parts of its body onto the ground. It's really gross. All right, Baranor's up.
Okay, so can we like shoot that guy in the head?
Yeah, do it.
Oh my god, where did this character sheet go? There it is.
Ooh, yeah, nice. They both hit. Give me 2 dex saves there, Atgear.
21 points of piercing damage.
Shoo! One of the arrows actually slices right into its jaw and severs a major tendon in its mandible, and you can see its jaw just sort of like hang loosely to where it can't even move its mouth anymore, and the other one sinks right into its gut. You just see this eruption of dark green liquid. Normally when this thing is spraying blood, it's like a light green, like snot. This is like a dark, like emerald green that's just blowing out of this wound from this arrow. All right.
Yummy.
This guy right here, he is starting to see his life flash before his eyes. He is going to turn and bolt. So, Atgear, you get an attack of opportunity. And keep in mind your dagger is poisoned.
Well, hopefully this will be the non-poison dagger. 12 to hit, doesn't matter.
That does not hit. So this thing is going to use its full movement. And skiddly-daddle right off the map.
He has my dagger!
Yeah, he actually has two of your daggers stuck in his belly.
Yeah.
All right. And it is this troll's turn. He does not have the ability or the inclination to run away. So he's going to just turn to the biggest threat, which has been... Actually, it's kind of hard to tell between the two of you, so I'm going to roll a d4 and see who he hits, because both of you are pretty damaging. He goes after Maven. All 3 attacks. His bite... Ooh. His bite is 19 to hit.
That's my AC.
That hits. All right. That is a whopping 10 points of piercing damage. And both of his claws, one is 21, the other is 20.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Both hit.
All right. That's going to be 4d6 plus 8.
Oh, dear Lord.
1, 3, 8, 13 plus 8 is 21 points of slashing damage right on your face.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a little bit of the dark blood with that one. You're starting to see it on like real arterial damage. You know, that warm blood kind of pouring over your arm, and you can feel the feeling in your left arm starting to go as he might have nicked something vital.
Oh yeah, I am looking real rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but that ends his turn. Axton, you're up, man.
I guess I'll take out my sword again and go to town.
All right. All right. With one slice of your sword, Axton, Woodman Bloom, how do you want to do this?
Oh, thank Jesus.
I'll just take the sword and just take it right up under his jaw and just hit it right up through his head.
Yeah, your blade finds purchase easily. He is falling apart. He's like his skin has become spongy with all the hits and smacks and cracks from the monk's blunt attacks, softening him up, tenderizing his flesh. You stick your sword under his chin, race it around his neck, and cleanly pop his head off his shoulders. And since he is on fire, the rest of his body slumps to the side, and his head is now sitting on the tip of your sword. He is dead.
Woohoo!
The other troll has bolted through the forest, never to be seen, probably again, ever.
Go team!
All right. Woo! That was precarious, if I do say so myself. But as you all stand there, soaking in the victory of this unprovoked wild attack in the woods, you dust yourselves off. You find yourselves very, very tired, but alive.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's do what we can to get this now single horse cart out of the river, and let's take a short rest.
Right, let's everybody get back, start pushing. Let's do it.
All right. Who is going to attempt to free the cart from the river?
I'll try to help.
Okay.
I'm gonna lend a hand too,
Okay.
because of my powerful build.
So with everybody attempting to do this, I need strength checks from everyone. The more people that try, the higher the average will be, or lower.
Is this just a strength check?
Athletics.
Okay.
I'll roll athletics instead.
Come on.
It's a big old 7.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the wizard bringing up the back.
So as you guys push, you find that you're actually, Atgeir, wherever Atgeir is, he's actually pushing it more than anybody else. His stocky little dwarven frame is digging into the riverbed. He's making purchase. Everyone else is kind of that your side of the cart. It's just really jammed in there, and you finding that the wheel is. You look down and you find that the wheels are actually kind of covered in rocks. Like in the battle, there was some shifting of the riverbed rocks around the wheels. They've since covered up the bottom of the spoke, and it's going to take some more effort, something else to free the cart.
I'll shovel some dirt underneath the wheels.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check. Yeah, as you scoop, river silt out, it just fills in right where you were, where you were pawing it out. It's going to take something a little more crafty. You do notice that your horses are sort of nearby. They didn't scamper off and run away too far away.
Can we team the horses up?
Say again?
Team the horses up.
Okay. Who's going to do that?
Get the remaining horses, try to see with what rope we have, team them up and see if they can help give some extra horsepower to pull the wagon out.
So
Also,
who is going
which horse
to...
died, by the way?
Well, I think you said whose horses were attached to the cart. It was Atgeir's and someone else's.
It was mine.
No, it was Axton's and Koz's.
Axton and
My pony's still
Koz's.
alive.
All right, Axton, you are 1 and 2. Akir, you are Axton and Koza, you said?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, Axton, you are 1 and 2. Koza, you are 3 and 4. Sorry, Koza, your horse is the one that bit the big one.
No!
It was a big one, too. So you guys gather up your horses, you string them up with what little rope you have between you just to kind of tie the reins together to get them all into one long caravan train-like situation. Who is helming this endeavor?
Well, can you use the butt end of your halberd to try to pick apart some of those rocks that are coating the wheels?
I could try.
You could. It's going to be a much higher DC because you failed twice.
Mm-hmm. But I'd rather help out with the horses, to be honest.
Okay. So whoever's helming the getting the horses to cooperate, I'm going to need an animal handling check, and I'm going to say you guys are all kind of doing this together, so you can do it with advantage.
We'll let Barry do that.
Okay, sounds good.
Can I try and calm the horses down?
How are you going to do that?
Using my speak with animals and plants I have as a firbolg.
Absolutely. What would you like to say to them?
I'm gonna say, hey, we're just trying to help you. So, the less you struggle, the easier it's going to be for everyone.
You notice the horses kind of quiet down. They're all kind of braying and rustling and just looking like they were nervous. And as soon as you start speaking, they all just kind of snap their attention at you. And they kind of look at each other just for a brief moment like, did this motherfucker just talk to us? and they kind of like give you a very subtle nod in the way a horse could. So whoever rolls it, you have advantage +2.
While I'm talking, I'm like slowly like gesturing to the rest of the group to like start getting them out.
Okay. Who's making that roll?
Baronor will.
Baron. Okay, have Baronor roll a animal handling at disadvantage, and we're going to add 2.
Disadvantage or advantage?
Or sorry, advantage.
Okay.
Cold brain. Okay, so that's going to be a 21. That is plenty. Baronor kind of places a hand on the side of the lead horse, just kind of calms it with his eyes and a gentle rhythmic humming from his mouth, and gently gestures the horses forward, and with however many, 7 horses, lurches the cart out of the riverbed with ease. I mean, that's a pretty big wagon train. And pulls it out onto dry land on the other side of the river. You figure out what to do with the dead horse. Not for nothing, but there's a lot of meat on that horse, and eating horse meat is not untoward in this world. But as you stand there and figure out what you want to do next, we're going to go ahead and end the session.
We did it, folks.
Yay!
Definitely gonna have to remember to attune to that fucking dagger.
Yep. Trolls, man. They are persnickety. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay!
Teamwork.
Damn, everybody.
All right, all. Take care.
So that leaves us with the blah 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 blah. The 20th of November. The next time we meet. Hopefully everybody can make that. That'll be the session before Thanksgiving. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys for that.
Now.
Yeah. And that was a great session. And for those of you who missed part of it or all of it, make sure you check out the audio when I post the session on YouTube, and take your notes. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
Bye.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Be good.